Is everyone here?
Yep.
Yep.
I was gonna say I'm usually the last to show up, so hopefully everybody's here.
Leah's still muted.
Yeah, they're still here.
It's our problem.
Sounds like
You're dead, Timmy kid. No, that's fine.
I see we woke up and chose violence today.
Apparently you guys did. I woke up and chose fatigue. You're getting you're getting a very tired god.
Yay.
Go sleep.
Yeah, passes out mid-session.
I didn't go to sleep at 4 a.m. and wake up at 9 a.m. and feel fresh and ready to go. No.
Yeah, but you're inhuman.
Shh. Don't give away my secrets.
What
You say it
secret?
yourself regularly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what secret?
Not a secret.
You've basically stated so multiple times.
Yes, but it's different when there's a witness stating it, and then when I'm saying it to throw everyone off because it just sounds like braggadocio.
Did you say braggadocio?
What?
Yes.
Braggadocio. Like, have I been pronouncing that wrong? Because is it supposed to be braggadocious or braggadocio?
That is what I said, was braggadocio. You heard bro.
No, I heard braggadocio.
Yeah, no, I said brag.
I've just never heard the word before.
Fair enough. Alright, so...
Great way to start the session.
Yeah. Last we left off, as the group had found their way out of the Feywild with the help of a peculiar individual, they spent the night researching some topics of interest to them personally and resting within a library of sorts in which they do not know the location. And after resting, they continue to follow up on their deal with this individual to do a job for them in which they are required to find someone who works within the library who went missing. Upon looking around, Bora happened upon a book with a mirror on it, and speaking to her was the visage and voice of the goddess of beauty.
Ditto.
What?
Ditto.
Yeah. I mean Dodisha?
Yes.
The trio?
That
Yes,
word I can't say.
Dodisha. For a
That's why I
second
said
I was
the
like,
trio.
did I... For half a second you made me actually believe, did I actively name the goddess of beauty Ditto? I was like, I am not... I am not going...
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so transformative.
Remember,
Yeah, I was gonna say, the
Remember,
transformative
said-
beholder.
I had said last week, I tried to just look at the word and pronounce it, and said from this point on, anytime I say ditto, Bora is saying the name of that goddess.
All we hear is white static for a brief moment, but yeah.
Dodisha.
And a portal appeared. Bora went to go find the others and stepped through the portal, which led into a forest, lined with a sort of golden path ahead of them, a yellow brick road of sorts, and a series of stone sculptures in the shape of flowers leading them somewhere. Eventually, they were led into a building in which, for some reason, they spent 2 hours in the main lobby of seeing without my realization. And got in there. After getting in, they learned that this is called the Temple of the Lustrous Iris. What seems to be a temple dedicated to the goddess Dodisha, and also a resort of some sort, or spa, a place of relaxation and comfort with lodging. The group took the opportunity to get some lodging as they are continuing to look for the individual they are searching for. And they went around, including to the bathhouse, where the group had some intimate moments with each other, some interesting moments with each other. And
Not in that way.
yeah, and someone trying to just brainworm somebody continuously into attempted murder. Uh, and after Bora had a conversation with one of the owners of the establishment, she went back to Henna's room to converse with her. And that's where we'll pick back up, as I believe the conversation is finished. If I remember correctly.
Grabbed Orin in the pool.
Right,
No, you
yes.
stepped in the
There's
pool and you felt
something in the
something brush your
water.
leg.
Yeah, you did feel
But you
something.
couldn't see anything.
Yeah, you came back to the pool after realizing you would have been alone with Enoch and felt something brush up against your leg, Orin.
He's just gonna. What does it feel like?
It
That's-
felt
that's
like.
first.
It felt specifically like the water changed direction, but you haven't seen anything. You don't see anything around you immediately. Like, it felt like there was a shift in the water, like, volume-wise. Volumetrically.
He is going to look at. Who else is in the pool right now? Kyler.
Kyler, Azazel.
He's just gonna look at the others and be like, ask if they felt anything weird.
You
No?
do remember, I'm underwater. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Well, the ones he can ask.
Which is pretty much everybody else. Azazel says, no, I don't feel anything. The only other person in the water would be Leah, who seems to be drowning slightly. Or
I
speaking
thought
Lauren.
Leah went with Henna back to their room and just didn't
Yeah,
move.
Leah went back with Henna and Bora. Or,
Oh, okay.
well, I said that Leah was wandering around, but then at the end you said that she went back to the room.
Oh, did I? Okay, then.
Yeah.
Alright. Then I would say that, yeah, you are at least back in the area of the room. Like, you're back in the hall. If you want to go back to the room, your choice. You can see, like, with the door cracked open a bit, see Bora and Hen in the room conversing.
Yeah, I think I gave Bora some paper, and then I probably would have just, like, walked back out again to do some more exploring.
Sure, you're
I
allowed.
probably went back to the room to get, like, changed into clothes and not just a towel.
Sure, you're free to move your token as you'd like, wherever it may interest you.
Alright, let's see how easy this goes.
But yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, Zazel just says, no, I don't feel anything.
That was right. Okay. I'll just go find a spot to sit and soak, I guess.
Alright. As you're moving, you still feel something brush up against your leg.
Swat at the rub at the leg, I guess.
Alright. You just rub at the leg. Nothing feels like it's contacting it. It feels like there's nothing on it.
Old ghost.
Oh god, don't tell me I'm going.
Is it a specter? No,
It goes to the gold.
yeah. Every goldfish that was ever flushed down a drain all converged into one in that exact pool as a ghost.
Goldfish wraith.
Yeah.
So a ghost version of Wishy Washy?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, ghost type wishy-washy sounds so cool. Anyway.
Until it drowns you for all your sins.
The Alolan Pokemon are so extra. I
They
love
are.
it.
Anyway, how do you proceed, Orin?
I honestly don't know what to do here. Like, no one else can see it. He'll just get out and go sit on a bench to dry off instead.
Okay. just get off and move over to a bench. Just start drying off. Zayla sort of just stretches and does the same, seeing that most of the people are out and probably not realizing where Kyler is.
Laughs in mischief underwater.
Sure.
What does that sound like?
you see just bubbles coming out from underneath the water, and each one pops just goes mwah ha 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 ha.
Oh yeah, is that water ganassi still in there?
Looks around. I didn't see him leave, so maybe.
Maybe that's
Currently, what's called? Gaston is just like has a towel wrapped around his waist, and he's just doing squats in front of the doors.
okay.
Why?
Can't forget leg day, that's why.
Never skip leg day.
No one
It's
knows.
it's what'll keep you alive.
How the most not promiscuous, but I don't know what else to do now.
Alright. So where are you headed after you dry yourself off, Warren?
Go see about getting a snack, I guess. What
Sure.
time is it? No? Okay.
What time of day is it?
Probably about afternoon. Not too late in the day, maybe somewhere around like 1-ish, 2.
Okay.
So got a lot of daylight to kill.
Lunch.
Hey, Ruin, am I in a chapel right now?
Are you?
I don't know.
Oh, there you are.
And Leia's gone into another portal. Here we go.
Seems that way. God, I hate the fact that you guys can just break in through the windows. Unless you want to say that Leah actually broke.
She's gone. Where is she?
She's over there. Unless you want to actually break in through the windows.
Did I break in? Oh, yeah, I definitely broke into a window. I fully didn't realize that.
Yeah, like the doors are sealed, so unless you decided to say you broke in through a window.
We
Yeah,
all just
no, I
look into the
definitely-
window and see
I
Leia.
was gonna say
First
apparently
open
Henna
door
broke
to the
in.
chapel.
Apparently Henna broke in through her room window.
I did. I
Yeah,
left.
no,
I went out in the backyard.
Leah's like
Right
uber suspicious, so she 1000% broke in through that window.
Oh, do you want to go back into the chapel then?
Fuck yes, I do. Moving my token. No, Leah broke in through that chapel. She knows what she's doing.
Okay, I just need each of you to state where you are going so that I'm not, like, lost as everybody's moving their tokens and I don't know if someone broke in through a window to a different
Everyone
spot.
scramble.
I'm
Sorry, I went back to bed.
Okay,
The bar.
what about Bora? Did she break in anywhere or is she still in her room with Henna?
Laura's still in the room. She's writing letters. I'm just moving her around so I can see out the fucking window.
Alright.
Everything's still black for us, so we're like, what happened
Alright,
out there?
Leah, as you're in there, you see, you're in what does seem to be a chapel of sorts, a temple of, a little shrine of sorts, to roll a religion check.
Religion. Where's religion?
It's an intelligence thing, so hopefully you're good, at least on that.
I do. I have a +5, so. Did it show up?
Yeah,
15.
15. This is a statue dedicated to Dodicia, but it seems to have cobwebs formed on it, and the entire temple seems in heavy disuse. Most of the pews are destroyed beyond repair. Some are still heavily damaged but standing. There's a set of stairs that leads up, but no second floor, as there's a large hole in the ceiling where a second floor would be. There's also a set of stairs that leads down, that you sort of briefly pass by, that seems to have some kind of stone obstruction in the way.
Okay. Can I do?
Oh, I'm also gonna need you to roll me a strength check. I just realized that.
Oh.
To essentially break in through the window.
Can't just swan dive through.
Like that's the strength check.
Everywhere.
You go to swan dive and bounce off.
A 9.
Okay. It's definitely audible.
Okay.
They're gonna get us kicked out again.
All I'm
Wait,
imagining right now is the sound of a bird flying into a glass door.
Pretty much. It does take a few attempts for Leah to actually break the window. There's a lot of her
She squats
splattering
and
against the
falls.
glass. And as you get out, Leah, you realize that you have like slivers of glass all along your body. Not even the
She
painful.
fully, like slithered in through the window and fell down with like a squawk.
Mhm.
Not the most texture. Can I do a couple things? Can I first like brush off the cobwebs on the statue,
Okay.
and then can I go and like maybe do like an investigation or some type of check to see like what it looks like caused the hole in the ceiling?
Somebody else curious about the chapel.
Sure.
I was gonna say, at what point do you figure out the door was open the whole time?
I never said that the door wasn't opened. I just said, do you drive it through the window? And then she was like, yeah, Leah would. And I'm like, okay.
The door it's not even that it was open, it was literally just wide open, right? To like 3 feet to the side.
It's just torn off its hinges and laying against the wall.
Apparently.
24 investigation, by the way.
Sure, I'll actually move the icon so everybody can see the chapel. You guys can also move the icon in case you want to see around.
Oh.
But yeah,
Interesting.
so with your 24 investigation, it looks like heavy damage, and a lot of the damage that's here with your investigation, you can tell that it's been a long time. And as you're looking over all the damage, it looks as though it's been maybe close to a decade since whatever happened here happened. Whatever damage had happened. It does not look like slow erosion. That's for certain. It looks like whatever happened was quick and happened a long time ago, about a decade or so.
Okay. Is there anything I see, like books or anything? Like books or like religious texts or anything like that?
You see a few tattered parchments that are in heavy disrepair and look ineligible.
Can I pick them up and just like kind of put them in my little notebook?
Sure.
Cool. And then I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself. And can I go down the? Oh, I can't go down the stairs, right? Because of the stone.
Yeah, there
thing?
seems to be something like a heavy stone slab blocking the way.
Like completely.
I mean, not unless you can turn into something that can fit like a half-inch space.
Back in the
Ugh.
Daddy.
True. How big is Ta?
Too big for the gap?
All right then. You really don't want me to go down there.
Not really. It's not that. No. It's not that I don't want you to go down there. Imagine a cat fitting through a hole made for a mouse.
Amazing.
Like, that's basically
Cats are tenacious.
that's the type of gap that you're, like, from side to side. Like, it's not completely there's a bit of wind flowing through, and you see like a faint bit of a dim light coming from far ahead, but you cannot physically get through, and Ta can't physically get through. That's all there really is to it at the moment, anyways. If you find some other way, then Godspeed to you.
Cool.
Elf Daddy to help you change.
That's exactly my plan. Thank you so much.
What?
Yeah, I'm
Get
gonna.
us, for sure.
What's up?
I want to go investigating too. Come get us too.
Cool. Great. Yeah. That's it. So Leah's gonna collect all of the little scraps she can with the papers, and then shimmy her way back out the window to go get first Dilf Daddy, and then she's like, Bora is also strong. I'm going to go get Bora as well.
Are you doing this
That's
invisibly?
Yes, I'm gonna do this invisible because, like, she's like, I know I made noise. Like,
Cool.
I know this.
As you go to the to Sir Dilf, and tell him to come meet you, he says, "It seems the brainworm has figured out how to replicate voices."
I'm gonna just be
I'm
like,
totally gonna play into it.
I'm gonna just be like, no, and then tug on his sweater and then like pull him along. Oh wait, Ta's not invisible. Yeah, I'm gonna have Ta like climb out of the shirt that I'm in, so like I guess just appear, and then I'm going to grab his
You
arm
do
and just, like,
understand
tug
that
him along.
creatures are visible, so you've just had a floating Ta underneath your clothes, just like curled up, bobbing up and down in the air.
It's fine. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just tug him
Stealthy,
along.
the pinnacle of stealth.
Oh, we're gonna ruin these poor people's lives, aren't we?
Oh, that was guaranteed.
Was that even
Jesus
a
Christ.
question? Of course we're gonna ruin their lives.
But yes, if I can see Dilf Daddy why he says the brain slug can replicate voices now, I'm totally gonna play into it.
I mean, you're underwater and he's above water, so no, you can't hear it.
Cool. Yeah. So
You're
my
safe for
goal
now.
for this. My goal for this is to kind of just collect people and like just be like, there's a chapel, there is a stone I need you to move, please come along, and then just take them back to
Sure,
the
I'll say
chapel.
roll a persuasion check for Sir Dilf.
Fucking seriously, can I do it with advantage?
Because I'm gonna be honest, Kyler sort of fucked this for you.
I know. It's a 14.
Give me a brief moment, I have to quickly roll something.
No, you don't. It's a not one. It's good.
No, I don't.
Never
Wait, let me roll persuasion against the DM. Hold on.
Let me roll intimidation against the DM. New York's closer to Canada, rude.
God. You're in New York, you
Yeah,
could
we ain't
intimidate me
far
because
away,
you're only like an 8-hour drive away.
I got an am check. Let's go.
Why aren't you rolling, coward?
I told you, you're not gonna do it. I persuaded the dice. It's all good.
You're not allowed to roll.
Alright. So, Gaston says, I will see where you lead me, brainworm. If I may find you, I will slay you. And it seems like he's
Just gonna
following
just,
you.
like, just gonna pat his stomach and be like, that's very good. And then just drag him along to go get Bora.
But I am not hungry.
And then I want to go get Bora, and then I assume Henna's gonna just tag along because they're in the same room. And then
course.
I want to go back to the chapel.
Sure. You're the voice of Leah coming out of nowhere, speaking to you, telling you about a chapel, and to go seek religion.
I mean,
I already
Sure.
follow 3 gods.
Probably should make that 4 now.
She is thinking about it now.
I'll go where they lead.
You follow certain gods and are going to follow the cult of Heneko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess Bora will eventually follow after and be like, okay.
Sure. I'll say that Azazel and or were just talking and didn't overhear your conversation with Sir Dilf unless you want to drag them along as well.
I mean, they can come. I'm sure. The way I went was I went from our room through the pool, so I guess they just saw Leah just kind of like walk through the pool outside and then just disappear, and then just saw Toph floating back, and then just go and get, and then just sees the horde of like Gaston, Bora, and Henna just going back through the pool with the floating Ta again. So if they want to follow that, sure.
Yeah, or
Sure.
we'll look to Azazel and
I
just
mean,
be
if you're
like,
walking through the pool, I'm sure I would see your feet in the water.
Well, you wouldn't see my feet; you'd see everybody else's.
Valid.
You're invisible. You're still gonna move the water.
Yeah, you'll
Not
just place the liquid.
the absence of space and water.
You're not impermeable. You're just invisible.
Yeah, you also have your very visible titty dragon.
That's true. So like, I guess what they see is me holding Bora and Gaston's like wrists, like dragging them through the pool, like with Todd just floated, and then just we walk outside. So if they want to follow that, sure.
Orin will turn to look at Azazel and just be like, should we stop this before something happens?
It's gonna happen whether we do anything or not.
This is not the strangest thing that Kyler has seen with this group, so he's just gonna follow along.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see where this goes first.
Yeah.
Guess Azazel will follow as well.
Cool. Leah's gonna climb back in through the window then. Do I need to do another strength check?
How
No?
did you get in
Why?
there
You already
in the
broke the
first
window!
What's up?
Why would you need to do another strength check? Are you breaking in through a different window?
Yes!
Do not.
Like, you already broke the window, you dived through it. What's the point of saying, I would like to roll to get in again?
Did she break through the wall right beside
Sure,
the window
roll me an
this time?
acrobatics check to avoid getting cut up. Only Leah.
Mainly Leah. Oh, only.
It's a 21. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, why are we surprised?
What? We
I mean,
really
I got
shouldn't
a
be.
506,000.
Fine,
Just
with the
swan
with the
dive
grace
through it.
of a trained acrobat, you do a pirouette twist through the window and land on your feet, arms outstretched.
And all we see is a flippy taw.
Yep, that's all you see.
Yep, you just see Tall like curled up in like with his arms curled inwards and feet curled inwards, and then just like twisting in the air in weird motions.
You mean like when
Not
you
even waking up.
roll and
This
it glitches in
stupid creature
Skyrim?
is so used to it.
Pretty much, it's basically like when an avatar like glitches through an object and it's just like twitchy and like looks like it should not be twisted that way that fast, and then just stops and is in completely like normal position, and then like Ta is slightly T-posing.
Yeah, Ta is fully like just not phased by this. This is not the wildest shit that they've seen.
Okay.
And then I'll pull people through the windows. Like, my primary concern is the bigger people of the group, which I guess now is Azazel. So I'm pulling those three in first and putting them towards the stone and asking them very nicely, please move the stone.
Why are we breaking into an old chapel?
You think I'm
This is the most fun I've had with this group yet.
No, actually, this makes a lot of sense because isn't this entire place supposed to be dedicated to that goddess? Why is this place in such a state of disrepair?
Oh, and Leah does say that there's like cobwebs and stuff, and Leah kind of goes on like a whole like kind of huffy like archaeological historical thing where it's just kind of like people leave things and they're so like there's cobwebs and people don't take care of history and like respect the things, and she kind of just goes on a little bit of a rant.
She goes on a nerd rant for a little bit.
Am I the only one that's concerned?
Are these mirrors?
Yeah, there are mirrors in each direction. There are 4 mirrors within this chapel, and then there's another unbroken window and a set of doors that seems to be barricaded from the inside with a wooden bar.
From the inside.
Yes, so from the inside of the chapel, from where you guys are. Meaning, at least Leah can confirm that she didn't break in for no reason.
It's sketchy.
You make a good point, though, Hannah. I didn't think about that.
Bora's gonna walk to one of the mirrors and look in.
Sure.
Just a normal reflection of her, not.
Sorry, what is Boris saying?
Is it a normal reflection of her and?
Yeah,
not
it's
what
her
she
normal
saw?
reflection.
She's gonna
How
check
big are
all
the mirrors?
They're about standing mirrors, like they're about, I'd say 6 feet tall.
Cool.
Crouch slightly.
Are they attached to the wall?
Yeah.
Darn.
I mean, they're attached to the wall by, like, a hook. It's not, it's just one of the,
Okay.
it's not, like, sealed to the wall and forever unmoving.
I am going to walk over to the mirrors, grab them, and create a 4-directional. What is that reflectional thing that you
The
do
loop.
when you have 2 mirrors that face each other?
Yeah, the infinite loop.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that from 4 angles around the statue, just for shits and giggles.
It unlocks a demonic entity.
But then it's also trapping the demonic entity because the demonic entity can't get out of the infinite loop.
Roll me a D100, Kyler.
Oh no.
Just 1d100?
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume Enoch is also here. I don't know if his token is in there.
Oh no, I'm doing my own thing right now.
Cool.
No, we gotta
Guys,
run
Do you
together.
really
We're
think she
left
would
him
bring
behind.
Enoch along for this?
Should someone go get him?
I'm setting something up here. Don't you guys worry about old Enoch.
18. Good to know. Alright. You can
I
continue.
hate when he does that.
Please move the stone.
Where is the stone again?
Are you guys gonna do anything other than stare at Kyler's 4-directional mirrors at the reflection of the goddess statue?
I'm gonna tell you flat out right now, there's no way in hell my tiny ass is moving that stone, so I've got nothing to try and do. I mean, I can try.
Sure.
I'll try for you, Leah.
I'll say if anybody wants to give Gaston help, since he's literally the only strong person in the group.
Yeah.
I can attempt to strong things.
Everybody can attempt, but I mean, Hannah's apparently pretty damn strong.
Apparently, I'm
And
fucking
could
crawling.
Could I? How do I phrase it? Could Featherfall be used as like an anti-gravity or lesser gravity thing? Does that make
Roll an
sense?
Arcana check if you want to try casting the spell. Like, you can try casting the spell and do an Arcana check to try and use your connection to the weave to alter it slightly, but I'm also going to have to make you roll 2d20s to see if it wild magic surges. It's just a higher chance of it happening since you're using it in a way that's not as normal.
Do it.
Enoch's voice in the back of your mind. Do it. Let the chaos flow through you.
Okay, Arcana
It is your destiny.
is a 16.
Alright. Yeah, roll the 2d20s just to see what they are.
Okay.
Pray tell, what is Enoch doing in this moment, or what is he planning on doing?
Enoch understands right now he is far too low on money, so he is going back to his old ways and setting up a nice little shop here in the tavern for Enoch's portraits, paintings, blessings, and fortunes.
I assume you're doing it in the main, like...
In the force?
I assume you're doing it in, like, the main lounge area?
Yeah, I'm sitting in here with all the other people.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, come one, come all. Old Enoch here has all the things you need. Would you like a painting? How about a portrait? How about I tell you future? How about I make your future better?
Oh God, please.
What the Okay. While that's happening, Orin, you think you're on... Orin, Christ,
Assuming
Enoch.
this
Okay,
spell
Orin,
for-
you try and control your magic in a way to create a slight reverse gravitational field for the stone, and it doesn't quite work. Henna, you're able to dig your fingers underneath, and using your lower base to the ground, your lower stature as an advantage, you manage to lift it up just a little bit and realize that that there's actually a slot above, like it's actually coming from a slot above, and it neatly fits like going upwards, and well, not, but you're not able to hold it long before you have to drop it. Let me do a quick check for Gaston. All right. He's also straining to keep it up, but seems like Hannah rolled the highest for the strength check.
That's amazing. If I were to cast Thunder Wave, would I be able to move this rock with that? Because
Possibly, but you'll also very likely damage it, whether that's helpful to you or not.
Laura's going to look at Az and say, would you like to try and help me levitate this thing out? I'm sure between the two of us we could probably get on.
He just looks to you like you understand that our levitation only works on ourselves, right?
Yes, but we can also lift things while we're doing it.
Sure, you know what? Give everything a try at first. Zazel and Bora get on either side of it, and I guess use their levitation ability. I guess both of you roll strength check.
Yeah, the spell can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds, so it's like, okay, let's give this a try. And you said strength check?
Yeah.
Nice.
Better.
I mean, I think as last-ditch effort, I can try the Thunder Wave and see if it maybe breaks.
Well, I was gonna say,
magical
like,
sizes.
if I see what Orin's doing, could I do the same thing? Because I also have Featherfall. So if I see Orin and Orin tries to like explain to me what he's trying to do, and I could be like, oh, okay, I could try that.
Sure, I guess you can spend your spell slot, cast Featherfall, and do your own attempt at a small anti-gravitational field.
Well, it's a 25.
Okay.
God of the dice has once again spoken.
Okay.
In doing so, she went ahead and said, "Fuck this rock."
Remembered something about Leah.
And thus the god said, and thus the dice god said, "Fuck you, O storyteller."
You're
All right.
better at this than I.
Yeah, Leah, you're able to levitate it about, with the help of Azazel and Bora, who's on either side of it, lifting it up to get that initial, like, lift off the ground. You're able to keep it about a foot off the ground.
For how long?
It's basically going to require concentration on your end, so you're not really going to be able to do
Cool.
much.
Is there any way that I can ask Bora and Azazel to like shift it so that like if I lose concentration, it won't just fall down, so that we have like an exit strategy? So like shift it so that like a person could fit through it.
I mean, if while they're holding it up, if anybody else in the group wants to try and find some stuff to try and prop the stone slab up, then by all means.
Yeah, I will do that. I'll look for things to prop it up.
Anybody who wants to try and look
How
for...
big is this stone?
You can't tell because it seems to slide up, like, into the wall itself. So you can't tell the full height of it. But it's about 5-ish feet in width. And from what you've seen in thickness from seeing the bottom, it seems to be about 2 feet thick.
So thick.
But at very minimum, it seems to be around 6 feet in terms of height.
Does it look like it would be considered a magical item?
No, it seems to be a wall, as far as you know.
Guys, step away from it.
What? It's across to the opposite end of the room.
Leo's
At
not gonna
least
move. She's
10
gonna
feet away from it.
Leo's gonna turn and ask him why before doing anything.
I'm gonna try to make it go kaboom.
Leo's gonna say, "Don't do that. We don't know, like, if that's gonna attract anybody or anything. We've already made a lot of noise."
And also, like, if it slides into the ceiling, we don't know what structural integrity would be compromising, which is why me using Thunder Wave was the last ditch effort.
Yeah,
Well,
just
wonder,
find
is
stuff to
there
like
some
prop it up.
mechanism?
What was that?
If it slides up,
Mm-hmm.
gotta be something to make it slide up, right?
Investigation search.
Investigations.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look for things to prop it up just so they don't have to keep holding it. And you guys should probably look for like a switch or something.
I mean, we could all just take 20 to look around the room.
I don't do that. That's weak sauce.
We've already spent enough time in here where we could basically say we have been taking 20. You get that, right?
Rune,
Mm-hmm.
is Unseen Servant also concentration?
It is.
Okay, never mind then.
Wait, you'll have to check the spell. If I remember correctly, it is, but it might not be. Actually, I think it might just be a ritual.
Yeah, it is a ritual.
Does it have the little C with the diamond?
The thing with the diamond?
Does it have the C for concentration?
Oh, no, it has a R.
Yeah, then it's just a ritual, so it doesn't require concentration.
So if I do that and instruct it to like clean up the room a little bit, is that possible?
Sure. It will, with its bare hands, attempt to clean up slightly.
Yeah, just like dust shit off, like clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too bad. Would rather not piss off a god today.
Your choice. You've already broken into the
Yeah,
sanctum and broken a window.
I cleaned
Yeah,
it
we're
up,
gonna pass that boat.
but I cleaned it up, and it didn't look like these people were taking care of it anyway. So we might have broken into it and reclaimed it to make it like, so like, hey, look, we respect you and shit, and like we cleaned you up.
We just don't
We
know how
also
to use
just
the
had a
door.
warlock basically put them in a mirror prison.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that.
Yeah, that's a you problem.
Leah's been
I was
very
also
respectful.
experimenting to see if that would actually be the trigger to get it to lift by itself.
Okay, did we do
Yeah,
investigation checks for him?
anything-
I mean, you guys can do investigation checks if you'd like to look around. Henna, not finding much to help prop it up, or really anything else. You're finding a lot of broken stuff, nothing of value. Kyler, nothing. Of course, Leah rolled a natural 20. Why not? Why not?
Leah has not even rolled her little fate thing.
She did.
I did.
She did.
I have a 5 and a 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 17.
All right.
Leah got 20.
All right. Sorry, what did...
It is pretty evident that we were not supposed to go into this place quite yet.
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no. It's an open space. You guys could have came in here at any point. Like,
Rune explicitly said, "Yeah, Leah, you can go wander around," and I immediately was like, "Cool, I'll go in
Yeah.
the backyard and see what's there."
Herein lies the problem. You guys are essentially going out through your bedroom window, and just to be like, we're gonna explore, and it's just like, oh look, a temple. Let me dive through the window like an action hero.
I also feel the need, just as players, to point out that this isn't the only structure in this backyard. I walked past another one to get here.
Yeah, is that big circular one?
Yeah.
I would like to point out that at least we're not doing murder hobos.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Leah, you notice that one of the eyes of the statue is actually hollow, covered up by some kind of illusory magic.
Illusionary magic. Can I go over and investigate the eye?
Mhm.
Or do I need to do another investigation check?
No, I mean, you can go over and see inside of the hollow eye, if you'd like. Or stick your hand in there.
Stick your hand in.
Stick your hand in.
Okay, with a stick first.
Yeah, is there like a stick or like...
Broken piece of glass.
No,
Broken benches over here. I found a lot of
No, I'm trying to think about how to make this like less disrespectful than it's going to be.
You're either gonna stick a stick or stick your entire hand inside a goddess's eye.
Is my unseen servant still around? Can I have it come over?
Sure. You have your unseen servant come over.
And then I'm gonna just kind of turn to the statue. I used to do this. Okay, this is a player fact. I used to go to graveyards a lot as a kid because my mom liked us to have run around and play in there. And I used to like always apologize to like the people that I was running over because I didn't like that I was running over their graves. So I guess as I ask my unseen servant to stick their hand to that, I'm gonna just be turned to the gods and be like, I'm really sorry for this. This is kind of the only way we have to do this. I really apologize. So that's what Leah's gonna do.
Sure. You hear her apologizing to the statue. What are you having the unseen servant do?
I'm gonna have it reach into the eye and just like kind of feel around.
All right. It feels around.
Is there anything that goes off? Any traps? Anything like that?
It's unseen, so you don't know.
Do I hear anything, Rune?
It is an invisible, unseen, unheard forest, but what you do hear eventually is a as you guys hear a sound coming from below the stairs.
Statue takes off like a rocket. Lay on it. So there's a hole in the ceiling.
See, all I'm imagining right now is somehow Enoch comes launching out from underneath the statue.
But yeah, you guys hear something coming from the direction of the stone slab.
Yeah, well, that did something.
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess let's. I mean, have we found anything to prop the thing up?
Nope, you haven't found anything to prop the thing up. But as you guys check it out, it seems like the door is raising.
Oh, so wait, the door's raising? Like it's not like I don't need to have feather fell on it or anything?
It seems as though some kind of mechanism is pulling it upwards.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna stop concentration on it.
Alright, you stop concentration.
Right.
And then I'm going to walk through.
Alright, you walk in and you see a faint glow coming from below.
I'm gonna
Follow the light.
Yeah, Bora's gonna land on the ground and follow after her.
Mm-hmm.
Following.
Alright,
So,
so you follow her, Gaston follows Leo.
Leah's gonna like kind of whisper back like "Thank you, madame," or something like that to the goddess or something like that.
Thank you, madam!
Thank you, madman.
Actually, as you say this, Leah, you hear a... As you actually do see the statue start to lift up a bit.
Like, what kind of lift up?
You see jets of
life lift up, or
you
the
see
whole thing raises?
jets of flame coming from underneath it as it starts propelling upwards.
What?
Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
Oh, no.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Zooming through the sky.
Okay, so then I guess I'm gonna have to turn back and, like, be like, okay, what the fuck is under that thing? So I'm gonna have to go back now.
You go back and you check what's underneath the inscription, or underneath the statue.
Yeah.
You see what appears to be some kind of glyph.
What? Can you give me a definition for that word, Rude?
It's imagine
rune.
an arcane rune.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna jot that down.
All right. As you jot it down, roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, goody. Where are my glasses? That's a 20.
24, nice. So while you're jotting it down, you all watch as, while Leah's writing down what she sees on the ground, you see the statue explode out from the top of the temple and start streaking up in the air.
Are rockets a thing in this world?
Before it looks like it's diverting slightly in a different direction and disappears.
I guarantee you someone noticed that.
Yeah, Leah's like, let's go.
Has Enoch made enough of a distraction doing what he's doing?
Leah.
Fair question.
Leah, this, oddly enough, appears to be some kind of teleportation circle.
Leah's gonna just turn to Henna and just, like, look at Henna.
What did I do?
What did we do?
I haven't done anything yet.
It's like the yet is the concern I currently have.
Orin feels the same.
I don't even know why. What do you mean? What is I'm gonna just turn to Bora and say, why is she looking at me like that?
I don't know. Did someone do something?
What did I do?
So,
I
Rune,
haven't done anything significant today.
Rune, the glyph is a teleportation thing itself, or the thing that the statue was on top of is the teleportation circle?
Both one and the same. The glyph is what the statue was on top of, and it is a teleportation circle.
So if I was to draw this glyph somewhere else, it would that would become a teleportation circle?
If you were able to learn the required magics to be able to teleport through teleportation circles as you mature as a wizard, you would be capable of returning to this spot after creating a temporary or permanent, with time, magic circle that connects to here.
Okay. Leah's eyes are doing that thing where it's like, you know how when people have like a bunch of equations that they can just like kind of pull up with their heads and like their eyes are kind of going all over the place?
Mm-hmm.
Then she's gonna just close her eyes and turn to the group as a whole and kind of just like put her hands together and be like, so, there are two options here. One in which we go into this teleportation circle and go somewhere we don't know, which is not really the strangest thing that we've done so far, as we've done it several times now. Or we go down the staircase and follow the light.
Ooh,
What do you guys think?
teleportation circle.
Or both.
I know.
Split the party.
Get it, that is him.
But we'd be leaving Enoch behind
Oh, we
with
can't
no
leave
real way to get back.
Bora literally just steps in
Really want to leave
first.
him do you really want to leave that madman unsupervised here?
He's fine. What do we do?
Okay, wait. I think we should go downstairs first. Because that seems like the shorter journey at this moment. We can do both. Porque no los dos.
Okay, Leah's
For those
gonna
of us that don't speak Spanish,
Why not both?
Leah's gonna be like, very well, we will do that. Does everybody agree with that plan?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess it's not that bad an idea.
Fabulous. Leah's going to pull out her notebook, turn around, and be like, I need several minutes. And then just try to do her absolute best to just, like, draw and write everything that she sees in front of her that's around that teleportation circle and explain the circumstances of what just happened. Like, to the exact T.
Sure. While you start that process, let's come back to Enoch. Enoch, you have a few of the patrons, one dwarven fellow and one gnomish fellow, come up to you and say, what do you mean you can see the future, and what can you do to change the future? Says the dwarf, and the gnome is just like, can you really alter fate and bring riches?
Oh, you're asking Enoch that question. Of course I can. It's but a trivial thing. It's not about seeing the future. It's about making the future.
As he becomes a motivational
The future has yet to be
therapist.
set in stone yet, so we can make it ourselves, and I can guide you on that path, my friend. Think of it as an egg. At first, it starts out as a chicken, and then it can become an egg.
As Enoch is an avid subscriber of the chicken before the egg theory.
You know, he's literally my favorite.
Alright.
Poor Gaston, he's on the back burner again.
So, while you're doing this and talking to them, Enoch, you see the woman from earlier in the bathhouse, the blue-skinned elven woman, who addressed herself as Morgana, come up and say, just like, you know, hip swaying, like, with a glass of wine in her hand, clanging feet, and says, you say you do paintings?
Oh, yes. I have quite the renown when I do my paintings. Unfortunately, I don't have any on hand to show my work. Milady likes to keep them in her collection as soon as they're made. But in this case, I'm willing to do some work for the public to make some coin.
She gives a generally, like, simple smile and says, what can your paintings do? You claim portents and being a seer and shaping the future. In odd ways, you've stated it, but you've stated it nonetheless.
Is she asking how Enoch changes the future, or whether his paintings change the future?
She's asking what the your paintings can do because she's confused, it seems.
Please give us a nat 0 for an example painting.
Yeah, an example painting pulls up an eldritch deity.
Yeah, we need another Hour of Enoch.
Lady, what would you wish for me to paint? Would you like me to paint your future?
What do you desire, Enoch? I see you've proclaimed your name. What is it that you want? Would you like to be taller? Would you like to be more beautiful?
Oh no, I'm plenty of those things already. If I could have one thing, it would be to be of more use in the Chosen One's journey.
And how would you see yourself finding that use? How would you be useful in this Chosen One's journey?
Oh, that's not for me to say. That's for the Chosen One to decide.
You see the slightest bit of irritation where it's just like, I'm trying to have a conversation, but it's like, yeah, just like, no response. Is basically talking to a dead fish. It's like, what if I made you younger to help you out on your journey?
Oh yeah, that's right. Enoch is like on death's door.
Yes, he's an orc who looks like he's on death's door.
Oh, I don't worry about my age. It's never slowed me down before. It's not going to start now.
What about your vitality then? Just like fluttering the eyes, big smile.
Lady, you do not.
Enoch kind of looks at himself for a moment. He like pulls out a wrinkle of skin a little bit. Oh, it appears to be fine.
The skin stretches like a solid 5 inches.
Oh my god.
He like
God.
lifts up his leg, letting it stretch, looking at the bottoms of his feet for
Like,
calluses and whatnot.
the best way to describe it is in terms of like how much skin is sagging is imagine the scene with Fat Bastard after the Austin Powers movie after he ate a bunch of Subway.
I'm literally just
no idea.
picturing a tanuki.
Oh God, no!
Oh.
I'm literally just picturing a green tanuki.
Ugh, okay, yeah. So, what's
Thanks for
Enoch
that
doing or
image.
saying after she says this about the vitality?
Enoch is like kind of checking himself all over. He like stretches one leg out pretty long to look at the sole of his foot to count the calluses there. Oh my God, I appear to be in right proper shape. You don't have to worry about me. I'm not dropping anytime soon.
Looks at you and she's just like, "What?" Just stares at you, shivering in the wind.
Oh, Jesus,
Now the question here isn't about how you can help me; it's about how I can help you.
Wait, can I interrupt with a question real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so if Enoch were to stay at this old orc age long enough, would he die of old age?
Maybe.
Maybe you don't know.
Okay, that's
Normal. Okay,
fair enough.
how I would explain it is as a changeling, no. As Enoch, maybe.
Oh my God.
That's how I want this to work. So yeah, I completely 100% agree with that. If I had to stay as this old orc for more than a year or a few months, maybe something would happen.
Maybe he'd actually die. Just has a heart attack.
He'd finally be free.
Or every day I have to make a roll to see if I have a heart attack
Yeah.
or a stroke or something.
Well, the one that says, "Well, I'm sure your methods are unique. If you would actively like to change your life, I could do so." And she looks to you, the dwarf and the gnome, and says, "I can do some paintings that would actually do something to help alter your life for the better. This is a charlatan." She looks to you and she says, "This is a charlatan's ploy at best."
Oh, are you proposing a challenge to old Enoch?
Just speaking from experiences, those paintings are quite life changing.
We still need to see what the hell happened with the tower. We need more. We need to leave more towers for the other party to find.
God. She's just like, "Oh, and what do you propose?"
It sounds like you're saying that you can make a better painting than old Enoch.
I
If that's the
would.
case, I'd like to see it. Maybe I could learn a thing or two.
By all means, then follow me, and we can make a deal after you see how fine my art collection is.
Jesus fucking Christ, this is the myth of Arachne.
Enoch will absolutely
She
take her up
just-
on that.
She does just turn into a spider.
Mm-hmm. As Enoch, you follow her. As Enoch, you follow her out through. Compression.
What?
Where am I going? What's happening?
I'm trying to move you on the thing, but roll 20 is like lagging real hard for me.
If you'll mark it, I'll move them there.
It's a part you haven't seen yet. No. God damn it. I tried to go for you, but I ended up going for your stall instead.
Sounds like it doesn't like you right now.
No, it really doesn't. There. You go through the hall that's over here. The actual exit to the back. Instead of jumping through windows like maniacs.
We're just excited to be here.
We're just happy to be
We're just happy to be here, and we're happy to ruin these people's lives.
I mean, it's what we do.
It really
So
is.
we're gonna be seeing here about this Woman, I may have to break out the Blosnin for a challenge like this.
Fair enough. As Enoch, you are being led. As Enoch, you are being led to this tower along this path.
Oh, the circular tower.
The
Where is
tower.
it? I don't my map.
Give me a moment.
Hold on, let me move the group token.
Oh, is that the other thing that you passed by, Hannah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least one of us is gonna go check it out now. Granted, it's Enoch, but alas.
We will get no details of this encounter.
I mean,
Any
if you ask, you might get details. Their
In any
accuracy is
version of
perhaps-
accuracy.
Did this woman just take Enoch home after like promised him more brutality? Holy shit! Good for her.
Good for her. She says once she takes home 1,000-year-old orc.
Listen, no shame in here. We love it.
We gotta remember Bora's in this group.
All I'm
Or would
picturing
you
right
fuck a
now-
100-year-old orc?
All I can picture right now is like this green Tanuki-esque orc is about to be mating with this beautiful young lady that's going to try to kill him or trap this madman with some sort of offer,
I mean,
and she has nothing to offer him.
Honestly, in most situations, I would feel sorry for our party member, but I really just feel sorry for this lady that Enoch ended up with.
She might assume she's about to trap Enoch in some sort of malicious plan when in fact it's Enoch about to ruin her. We'll see.
I would be concerned about anyone else. I am not worried about Enoch right now.
Yeah, honestly though. Watch it
You'd
be
be
like
concerned
the
about
goddess
Kyler?
incarnate, and then trapped goddess in a mirror.
You would be concerned about Kyler if you were in this situation? I feel touched.
Well, Hannah wouldn't be.
And it would.
Neither would Leah.
Amy would be. Because I enjoy our 1-2 punches. But
Remember, if Kyler dies, we can start the real chaos.
No.
No,
No.
no.
So, did we get an answer on whether like rockets are like par for the course here in this
Yeah,
campaign?
I never got an answer about that.
That was
Okay.
definitely one of the more off things happening. I said it in jest.
We're just gonna accept that real quick.
Like, I would really like to know, like, how am I supposed to react to the fact that there was a rocket here?
Yeah, wait, how are we supposed to react to that? Especially you, or
It was not just a rocket. It was a rocket-propelled statue.
Yeah, that's
a rocket-propelled goddess statue, which I feel like is worse.
That seemed to be headed somewhere because it changed
Yeah.
directions in the air.
Where did it go?
Wait, did it change direction as in like it 90-degree turn zoom off, or like it just naturally went with the curve of the planet?
No, like the way Rin explained it, it sounded like he kind of just shot up and then like moved in a certain like specific direction.
I want to imagine the chosen one is somewhere out there, and he's like on a cliff or something, and he gets picked up by the rocket.
Or picked off.
Yeah.
That would be just as funny.
This is
No,
gonna
no,
be
no,
like
he
one of
can't
these.
die. It would be way funnier if it like took him on a journey.
This is gonna be one of
Hooks
these
onto his
like
clothes.
Satan child, like Damien's type situation where like Enoch comes across a child and is like, "Yep, this is the chosen one," and we just like fully pick up this child and like he takes over the world when he gets older.
Isn't the chosen one just some random bandit?
Yes.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
The chosen one's
Holy
already a
shit.
set piece in the world.
Oh my
It's a
god.
half-orc bandit.
I don't remember
Okay.
any of his details. I just remember he's a bandit.
I only know that detail because I cracked jokes about bringing Kyler in as the real chosen one, and Rune told me that it's a half-orc bandit.
Half-orcs are arguably the most attractive people in this campaign. I'm gonna just put that out there. Half-orcs are certainly something.
Well, we know someone likes Green Tanuki Enoch a little bit. Okay, got it.
No, he's a full orc. Right? Or was he a half orc?
Yeah, I'm a full orc right now.
Okay, I got scared for a second. I'm like, wait, am I wrong about that?
He's probably something akin to that right there.
Aw, adorable grandpa.
Don't orcs only live to like 40 years or something like that?
I thought they had the same as a human, but
It's
I really
the
don't
same
know.
lifespan as a human from what I remember.
Gotcha.
Don't they usually die young though? Because like something glorious death in battle.
Probably.
Usually
Yeah,
they
that's about
follow
right.
Grummish, and Grummish, god of kill things.
Hmm.
God of killings.
You mean Groomsh? Yeah.
I just remember that from Skyrim, where you find that old orc on the road who's like, I want a good battle as a death.
Fair. But yeah.
And then you just set him on fire.
Enoch, you are being led to this tower, past these two statues of a dwarf with a battle axe and a stone statue of a dwarf with a battle axe and a golden statue of an elf with a bow and arrow, to a set of doors, and Morgana, the woman, one of the owners, leads you into the premise, and I assume you broke in through the window with the token.
Yes.
All right.
We did.
God, I want you guys to see things, but I also wish I could simultaneously let you see things and block you from from essentially breaking out unless one of you says, I want to break through a window.
I mean,
Well,
we
we
could
already
just
knew
not
he was
break the
going in there.
windows. That would be... So
Yeah.
far, we haven't really done it and not, like, actually broken through. I was going to be in here anyway, so I figured it was fine.
Yeah.
Instead, I followed her in.
No, in your case, it's fine. But yeah, you are brought into this foyer where you see this individual sweeping up, like an old man, very, very old, like dwarven man, in his later years, looking very frail, similar to yourself.
I think you could use a little bit of a blessing touch.
Yeah, hold on.
Age
All
of
coming.
chaos over here.
Next thing you know, pulls out a Glock. I came strapped, son. It's actually literally that meme of, it's like, call an ambulance, but not for
But not
me.
for me.
I mean, stay strapped, get clapped.
Pretty much.
It's very Texan.
I mean, that's basically the motto of D&D, stay strapped or get clapped.
It is a very Texan motto.
Yeah, I'm not saying it isn't, it's also a very D&D motto.
Also true.
But yeah, the individual is very frail and just seems to be weakly sweeping up with a broom, and notices you, Enoch, and just sort of waves politely but very slowly.
Enoch just waves back. Oh, nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Why can I have a competition?
Oh. And you are let.
Skills there, you.
Yes, everyone in this place is completely old. No, she leads you in through the left room. Into the left room.
I'll let you take out the door this time.
Yes.
Well, I already tried to go through the windows and you can't.
Yeah, because those ones have curtains, and so they are blocked from you seeing, thus blocking you from breaking in.
The
I
ultimate defense
watched a
against
little marker
burglars.
trying to get it.
Yeah, desperately getting it. There you go.
The door's still there.
You're not breaking out, little marker. No, I'm gonna remove the door in a sec. It's just taking a sweet time.
I'll be quite honest. If they lock me in here, it's their loss.
They lock.
I'm not stuck in here with
Enoch
you,
is just
you're
like,
stuck here with
you're
me."
not locked in here with. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with my paintings.
My brain.
The real question is, how many wild magic surges do these people think they can survive?
Well, the real question
The
is what.
question.
I was gonna say that wholeheartedly depends on what you roll. You can literally start soul swapping them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you had gone away for a second, and I'd said that if it was anyone else in the party, I would be concerned, but I'm really not worried about Enoch. He's good.
We actually kind of feel bad for her.
Yeah.
That is the party consensus. We feel bad for her.
It's just like, we feel bad for you. It's like, what? It's like, why? It's just like, because whatever you do, just don't. Unless you really feel like ending up in a different plane of existence or in the bowels of some random creature.
Oh no, you do not
Or
provoke
insane.
that man. Just leave him alone.
Did you say or in Spain?
Insane. One
Oh,
word. With no
insane.
P.
I'm sorry, I really heard Spain.
Orin
I was-
is Spain.
I mean,
I
let's
was
be
not-
real. They might end up in Spain. We don't know.
You know what? They
We
very well
don't
could.
know.
Next thing you know, Enoch is in Spain and just friggin' goes wild.
Was Enoch led to this one chair room? Is there anything in here?
So
Spain.
Enoch is the one who creates Girls Gone Wild. Got it.
Oh God.
No, Enoch
Yes.
creates Squirrels Gone Wild. Get it right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds a long one. Okay, for some reason it's hating me so much, so doors are no longer being removed for now. Instead, what is happening is I will just drag your tokens to wherever, but I don't know how you got out of the room. It's more of a miracle than anything. But yeah, as you enter this room with Morgana, there's a chair with a easel set up and a few different, like a paint tray and a paintbrush, and a stool. And she says, "Now, I'm going to have you just sit on that stool over there, and I'm going to paint you. But for this to work and for me to give my best work, so you may judge it, I need you to tell me what your desire is and tell me that you want it.
Jesus.
Oh,
Tell me that you want it hard enough."
I wish to help the chosen one along his dangerous, perilous journey ahead.
How would you like to do this? Would you like to become stronger, smarter, faster, more nimble,
Better.
hardier?
We're insane.
Oh, I need to recruit more veterans to this cause. The process has begun, but there's still much work to be done.
Cross.
What?
I think she said the most since she's met Enoch.
I am. It's simple. Do you want to be a different race? Would you no longer like to be an orc? Would you like to?
Oh, no need for that. I'm already an Enoch. What is better than that?
This woman is their existence is just pure suffering at this point.
I can literally imagine Rune in character just rubbing his temples, sighing.
You do realize that I physically do some of the actions of the NPCs, so not even intentionally. Sometimes I just do it out of like my body reacts to how I would be feeling if I were them. So yes, I am literally here rubbing my temples like in agony.
The best part of this is everything she's offered so far is something that just naturally happens to Enoch.
No, I know that. I personally
know.
know that, and that's why I'm not. That's why I don't care. But she's just like, you're telling me that there's not a single thing you want. It's just like one of those types of things. Would you like a beard? Would you like more beautiful eyes?
What's the need for those?
Intrigue, mysticism. What do you want? You wretched little man.
I don't know which the word to understand here. I've already told you what I want.
I also just realized that these people have nothing to offer our trauma-riddled party, because Kyler's answer would just be, I want my mommy.
Oh.
Really, I think the only people might be Henna and maybe Leah. Everybody else will just give basically the same level of interaction.
Leah's not even concerned with like physical appearance. She'd just be like, "You got knowledge for me, bro?" Like that's pretty
You
much
got
it.
knowledge for me?
Yeah.
It'd just be so much
Hannah,
worse.
it'll be a problem.
Kyler's mom here.
They tried the same thing with Bora last week, didn't they?
Yeah, it
Yes,
was
they
literally
did.
the other one basically offered you something similar, and then you were like, "No, I'm good."
I'm good.
Like, yeah, I don't like it, but it helps me.
Yeah, it's like we can get rid of your scar. Nah, we're good. You don't want to be wiser, hardier, anything.
I'm afraid it's not possible for old Enoch to get any wiser than he is.
Look me in the eye, and tell me that you have no earthly desires.
Oh, I have plenty of earthly desires. I desire more eggs. I desire the chosen one's journey to be successful. Those are my earthly desires.
Would you?
He's just dead staring into her eye. He says this with all seriousness in the world.
Would you like to make you older, make you closer to death?
Unearthly desire?
Oh, I don't think I need that. I still need some time to help the queen along her journey, so that she may fulfill the chosen one as well.
What queen?
Oh, the queen, you've met her.
Could you describe the queen?
Oh, she's quite beautiful, great voice, and her legs are, and her waist is. He's giving very odd descriptions of every part, like how he sees Anna.
Her waist
My
is.
concerns skyrocket.
No, I would imagine it's just like her waist is so Ovaltine shaped. Her legs,
Yes,
they're her legs are so short.
Egg-like quality about her. It's,
Her legs are so short and stumpy, like a like
I was actually just picturing that he uses different descriptions of the different party members to make the ideal Henna. So she's tall like Bora. She's strong like Azazel. She's crafty like real Henna and Kyler. She's sweet and innocent like Orin. She's brilliant like Leah.
no, I want to
beige.
imagine he keeps giving descriptions, but like half of them are completely opposite of what he just said.
Yeah.
Oh,
her eyes are so blue.
Her eyes are so blue, they match well with her green eyes.
Meanwhile, back in the chapel, Henna just starts sneezing.
Yeah, profusely.
She'll play a very important role in the future.
This woman looks both furious and defeated simultaneously.
Okay, that's what I was going for, so it's going good so far.
So this is what it's like to interact with Enoch from the third person.
Yes!
I see no point in this. Your entire being is broken.
Oh,
Being in
that
the
is
same
your problem.
room with you pains me so. You may
Leave
claim
him alone.
victory.
There's nothing wrong with Enoch.
You may claim victory if you like. I do not care anymore. We are going to return to the lounge, and you are going to forever stay far away from me.
Oh, see now, I think I've seen your problem here. You're trying to paint on Enoch based on what you think of Enoch, rather than painting the Enoch that will be.
Believe in the Enoch that believes in you.
Yes.
Is it a bad sign that I, as myself, actually kind of understood that Enoch wisdom there?
No, I did too.
No?
I understood it.
Enoch would like to just get up. Okay, now it's your turn. Sit here and I'll show you.
By the way, I'm gonna give Enoch an inspiration die for just breaking a woman.
Yes.
I want to imagine that this was all some ploy to steal his soul or something. Something malicious was going on here in the background, and she just can't even muster the strength now to go forward with it after seeing the kind of thing that she might be dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I might be completely wrong. Maybe this was a chance I could have gotten another charisma point for no cost at all.
It was literally, she was offering you to boost your stats, and you were like, no, I'm good.
Oh, part of me completely knows that. That's basically what you're
No,
asking.
I understand that you guys
Right.
understand that, but it also makes sense why your characters wouldn't.
Enoch already thinks he's perfect at everything. Why would he ask to?
Yeah, I know. Enoch is literally a character that doesn't need anybody gifting him anything. He's just like, I don't need this, and then walks away.
He gives
Thanks
gifts.
to all of the traumas and chaos of our characters,
Okay.
I don't think she's going to find a customer.
But Enoch
Yeah.
would like to tell her that if she'll sit down, he'll show her how to truly paint the future of an individual.
She'll
might break her
Some of
further.
his art supplies.
You know what? She'll give you the art supplies and say, you know what? Entertain me. I want to see how well you draw.
Oh no.
I'm sorry,
Use the
I can't
Brosnan.
use this. I must use my personal set. He pulls out the set that he got last week.
All right.
No.
So you got the set that you got last weekend. I assume you also have the Blosnin on hand, or is the Blosnin with henna?
Well, here's the question about Blosnin. How much of it do I have?
You
painting-wise?
have-
How many times did I use it?
You have enough to use it 2 times.
2 times. Do I break this woman with Blosnin, or do I keep
Yes.
hold on to it? I feel like I
Break
have to
the
use
woman.
1 charge.
Break
Henna, the
Break
next charge is
Blosnin.
just for you.
Yay.
Okay, so I will say that if you're using Blosnin, any of your special paintings that you make, will have the 2 different effects happen with 5 higher. So, for example, instead of rolling a 0 for it to go nuclear, you can roll a 5 or lower. For you to make it Eldritch Abomination tearing at your soul, it's 10 or higher.
I'll take it.
So,
I just get to automatically warp reality.
not quite. It gives you a better chance of warping reality, but yeah, roll me a d100 to see.
Okay. Enoch pulls out all his special painting equipment, his new painting set that spawned out of wild magic.
Yeah, the individual gives you the easel and, the stuff that's there. You use your own paint, but yeah. Just roll me the d100 and let's see.
Enoch is, carefully measuring her up. He quickly blesses himself at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll me a
Are you gonna wild
d20.
magic that bless?
Well, of course I'm gonna wild magic that bless.
Did you already use your Tides of Chaos or no?
I don't think I've used my Tides of Chaos here yet, so this
Unfortunately, it's the farthest thing from Wild Magic, or next to the farthest thing.
it's fine. It's
But yeah,
fine.
roll me the d100 to see if you can create something abominable.
Enoch begins his work, and we'll see if he can wild magic this.
Real question is,
He
what
will
are you
wild magic
drawing?
this. He is drawing a portrait of her.
All right.
Most likely her future, as Enoch sees it.
Sure.
So,
You rolled a 47,
damn,
so you
okay,
can.
47.
Yeah.
And I'll subtract the d4 just because I can.
Yeah.
So 45. not
Wait,
the best
is it
working
better or worse if it's lower?
Lower.
Better. That's dependable, but it gets weirder the lower it goes.
So if I
Enoch's
gave it
goal to be
5,
as
what
low
would
as
happen?
possible.
What was that?
If I gave him the 5 and you lowered it with that 2 to a 3, would that be fucked up?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That'd be very fucked up.
Let's put it this way. When we first met, I joined the party. He drew a portrait of me, and he rolled below a 10, and it induced insanity in my character. That's what we're aiming for.
That's what we're aiming for.
I'm fully giving him
Make
that
it a 5.
I'm gonna give him that 5.
No.
Do it. Oh wait, so then it's a 3 because of the blast.
Yep.
Yeah.
That will depend on how do you want to deal with
Okay.
important stuff.
So, what I'm going to do is for Leah's types of rolls, because it's a D20 and not a D100. How I'm going to treat it is, we will treat it equivalent of what the D100 would be. So for a 5 to the thing would be a 25 instead. So that means it's a 23 you rolled. And if you want to use your inspiration, you might be able to lower it to a 15 or something. But unfortunately, I don't think you have enough rolls. Like, if you don't have enough additional stuff to get it to the Eldritch side or the nuclear side, you can just make it look more and more creepier.
Isn't Enoch technically sitting at double inspiration?
You can only use 1 inspiration per roll. I think I said that
I use
before.
my inspiration pretty often for just random shit.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that was the only inspiration I had.
You can use the 5 if you want, but it will it will make it look much more like Enoch wants it to, but it won't become something that, particularly helpful for Henna's collection.
Oh.
Now, here's the real question. If I pull something completely out of this world, out of the bag of wondrous randomization, and add it to the painting somehow,
that depends on what you pull out.
I'm absolutely going to do it. Enoch's kind of looking at it like, if you want to do it's up to you if you want to waste your portent on this, Leah, because it's going to take a lot to get it to where it's like something completely out of this world.
Yeah.
But, Enoch, what do you think? Like, what is your, like, what do you think? Do you want the 5? Because I have no problem.
Here's what you can do. Here's what you can do. You can wait till he pulls whatever he does out of the bag. We will see what it does and see if it aids in warping reality. And if it does it to a good enough extent, maybe you can choose to use the 5. Maybe you'll wait. All right.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
So,
he's kind of looking at his painting like something's just not quite working. It's not quite what he envisions. So he reaches into a bag on his side, and he...
Mm-hmm. And speak out for the class what you pull out of the bag. 83, okay.
He sees
Bad, I'm
he
hoping
reaches
for another
into
jug
a
of milk.
bag and pulls out a black scarf.
All right. Is it a special type of black scarf, or does it just say you pull out a black scarf?
A black scarf. That's it.
Okay.
See, something being plain is the most terrifying thing with Enoch.
All right.
He just ties the black scarf around his head and keeps working. I assume it doesn't do anything for me.
Not particularly, unfortunately.
Her head in her hand.
I was hoping I pull out like a dragon egg or something.
Yeah, I was legitimately thinking, man, how poignant would it be if he pulled out like a white dragon egg and had that white dragon that you guys keep dealing with come swooping in.
See, I was sitting here hoping he pulled out another jug of milk.
You know.
Well, it sounds like for this round, I've got to just deal with having a 45. I wouldn't waste your 3 on this, Leia. It's just...
Sure.
Another time when everyone can help out on something, maybe it would be more worth it to use something like a 5.
All right.
When
So
we
you
use
used
forces.
your one of your uses of Blazanin, and Enoch. You create something mediocre. It really is not that impressive.
It's just kind of looking at it. Oh, well, my apologies, but the inspiration wasn't there. You can keep it for the time. Puts it up. It's a fine portrait of somebody. Nothing like super special about
Well,
it.
I mean, it's definitely leaning towards what your intention was. It shows your intention. It's a little creepy, but it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Or in Enoch's eyes, a little beautiful, but it's not as gorgeous as he wants it to be.
Yeah, like what I imagine this is Enoch was going for like this woman sitting on a like throne made of skulls, and in the background is just like an impenetrable darkness with eyes everywhere.
All
That's
right.
what Enoch's goal was, and what he got was just like a portrait of her sitting on a kind of hazy looking throne, and it's just kind of like black in the background.
Yeah, like it's not it doesn't have as fine a detail. Like it's a little harder to make out certain things. And she looked at it and she says, "Well, this is quite unique. Okay. Right, back to the lounge. May I ask you, what was your intention with this drawing?"
Say, I was just drawing the future.
Really now? And where do you happen to learn to paint with such veracity?
Who knows? I've always just kind of done it. It's always just come naturally. Inspiration comes and goes like a fleeting bird, laying an egg.
Or like a rolled die.
God damn it.
Yeah, I beat you to that one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because you're basic.
The shade.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I made you. I'm sorry that I made you the color beige for your name.
No, that's funny. I like it.
Yeah.
At least you still have a name.
Did you just find that out?
No. No, I didn't.
No, I talked to him about it like right after I messaged you.
Aw.
And then he got to find out why you called me brother.
Yeah. That was the whole thing. But yeah.
There's a reason? Not just
There is a reason.
Fuck your reasoning. But yeah. So, God, how do you keep getting there? Escape! Leave!
You'll have to drag me back because Enoch is trapped in this room right now.
There.
Unless he breaks out the window.
I dragged you to the outside world. Somebody can use the token and dive through the window again.
And Enoch runs around to dash her. He gets out and just sprints around, just like a high jump.
Do you actually? Like, I want to know if this is a joke or reality.
He has no reason to right now. If he had a valid reason, absolutely. But I don't see a reason.
Okay. Sorry. Half the time I can't tell whether it's an Enoch joke or an Enoch reality because they're the same.
It's the same.
There's no... If there was any valid reason, I would say that is absolutely what he does. But
Yeah,
I
no, I
just
understand.
cannot think of a single reason why he would ever go back there like that.
I get it,
at
I
the
get it.
moment.
Alright,
When you
so...
roleplay your character so well, the DM can't tell the difference.
Mainly because jokes and reality are a very thin line with this group and a nearly impossible line for Enoch. For example, jokingly, I said, "Hey Leah, do you dive through the window?" And then she was like, "Fuck yeah, I do." I'm like, what?
I'm telling you, my
Did she
plan
really
now.
dive through the window with that roll, though?
Ruin. I'm
Or was it more
fully
like woodpecker?
subclassing in rogue. I'm fully subclassing in rogue once we get to a certain point.
Oh my
I'm
god,
fully-
no! Leah becoming a rogue.
A wizard rogue? That's one that I haven't heard before, to be honest.
That is like, I feel like Arcane Trickster would be a good match, but that's still funny either way. And I just want it to be like, yes, the floating dragon thief. No one ever sees them except for their floating little pseudo dragon familiar that just curled up, bobbing up and down in the air.
I'm telling you,
No.
it's going to happen.
It's Soul Knife Rogue. That way she can be invisible and stab you with a thought.
Shouting,
Right.
"Be gone,
But
thought."
yeah, begone, thought.
Okay.
No, I think that would be even better if it was Sir Dilf just being like, "Begone, thought," and then it just like echoes out and 10 people die.
What you thought?
I mean, at this point, I'm surprised he's not going to be subclassed into Psy-Fighter.
I mean, it might happen. You know, you've already been assailing his mind with pure psychic energy on a like bi-minutely basis.
Or you give him some levels into a
Psionic Soul Sorcery.
yes, that one.
God.
He does think he has a brain slug.
He does. He might very well
Turns
have
out he
been
did all
infected
along.
by. In reality, he actually was infected by a mind flayer just before you guys met him.
Okay,
I feel
well,
like at
Enoch
this
goes
point, that
back
whole
to the
mind
tavern
flayer is
and
just as
goes
mind
back
flayer.
to
Mm.
advertising his wares and
Sure.
services.
Yeah, you. Oh man, you get the dwarf and the gnome as customers, and they ask for their painting. So I guess roll 2d100s to see how well you draw them in Enoch's eyes.
Well, one of them is decent. Oh, they're both pretty good. Oh, and I still have my
Inspiration.
Well, no, not. Well, I do have the inspiration.
And Bless.
And
I
bless.
still
Would
have
still
bless going.
technically have Bless.
And your Blaznin.
Okay. So we've got an 8 on one of them and a 14 on the other, and I've got an inspiration die.
Do it.
Yeah, we're doing this.
That's a
So that's an
D6,
extra
so-
1d6.
You could get it. What you can do is you could get it to make it an Eldritch Abomination thing.
I did.
Are you using the Blaznin one for the 8? Your
Eight's
second
now
vial of
4.
your second use
I'm
of
not using-
Blaznin.
No, I'm not using my second use of Blossom on this.
Really?
Blossoms-
Fair enough. You don't want to make it reality.
No, this is whoever was first gets one of the better paintings.
That would have been
portraits.
the dwarf who is in this very mighty like pose, like yes, like hero's pose, and then you just drew him like how would Enoch have drawn him?
I want to say that Enoch draws this man like on a mountaintop with volcanic eruption behind him as he like holds up the head of some eldritch being with a battle axe with eyes all over it in one hand, and within the sky there's like tentacles coming out of the volcanic clouds.
That sounds so fucking dope.
Does.
God, I wish we could just instantly like have art of Enoch's thought, like actual art, just be like, and instantly we just have like a recreation just there in like an art section where we could see, because some of these are just awesome. Like that is just cool.
Yeah, I unfortunately I don't
Yeah.
I don't do art.
No, neither do I. And I think
I like the one that I said I saw it as.
yeah. What about the other individual with their 14?
It's not quite as good. What is it? One of these little halfling, or no? He said gnomes, right?
The gnome is the second, yeah.
Yeah, the gnome. He, depending on what pose he gave, it's like kind of a intellectual holding a book that looks like it's made out of some sort of a interesting hide
Okay.
sewn together. And it's got teeth on the binder, some eyes on the cover,
Fair enough.
as he's like, sitting in what looks to be like a Titanus throne.
All
Looks
right.
decent, but not quite as interesting as the other guys.
Sure, I gotta make a wisdom save for the dwarf as you give him his portrait.
Oh, this is one of my better works, lad. You should be thankful. That'd be 20 gold.
I really hope this dwarf fails to save.
I'm waiting. He rolled pretty high and things, so yeah, he didn't fail the save, but he is unnerved by it. He can still be scared of it, but he's not going completely mad yet. So he just looks at it, he says, "What?" And he just like shaking in front of you, Enoch, clearly of joy. And he's like,
As always.
huh? And he just like looks like he's about to heave, and then he just runs off, dropping his coin purse nearby.
Oh, what a nice
That's
lad.
one way to make some
He
gold.
just picks up the coin purse and adds it to himself.
Sure. You now have 130 gold.
And suddenly Enoch is the rich one.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
One painting later.
This dwarf was in very fine clothing. Clearly looked like a noble.
There might
what
be
a
a
nice
urine
lad.
stain now.
He must have really enjoyed my work.
Morgana just comes over and says, "So how did your..." Just sees the dwarf run off and says, "Interesting," and says, "Do you mind if I take a look at that?"
Oh, absolutely.
And she
I know,
looks at it and
rich,
she
don't I?
says, "Wow, this is quite beautiful."
As I mentioned, the inspiration comes and goes. Unfortunately, it just wasn't quite there when I was painting you, but it gave me ideas for these two individuals. Maybe in the future I'll come back and paint you once again.
Well, do you mind if we keep this for our establishment?
Oh, that would be up to my patron. He was the one that requested it.
She
Wait,
just
is
sees
this
the
the
dwarf.
painting that I did for the
Dwarf.
dwarf or?
Yeah, for the
Oh, so
dwarf.
it's the
Yeah, Eldritch one.
the eldritch one.
And she says,
Yeah, I suppose he'll need to come back here and get it, but if he's fine with you keeping it,
"You know,
please do.
I will speak to him about that later. For now, I'll keep it safe and tucked away."
Oh, good idea. You never know when an arch thief comes around.
Exactly. And
Go
she...
in.
I think one just spoke to you.
You're right, that dwarf was a thief. How did you know? No, but yeah, you finish up the gnomes one, and she says, "Interesting as well." And the gnome is just like, that is beyond expectation, my dear man.
Oh,
Beyond words, really.
yes, well, old Enoch Thaddeus is quite good at his craft when he chooses to be.
Not good enough to be paid.
Oh, come on, my dear man. Cost me time, cost me my paint.
And this
You
thing
can't
is
do me like
costing
that.
me, is about to cost me my lunch if I keep looking at it. So, I asked to look a very specific way. You made me look like
Painted you as you
come out
are.
of something out of a horror novel.
Not
No.
make Enoch the collector come after you.
As you just have a baseball bat, as you have a
His
baseball.
fingers, chin over, looks at him.
I was gonna say, as you have a baseball bat in your hand, just ready. Roll me an intimidation check at advantage.
Oh, God.
Okay, no need for violence there, my dear friend. He sort of like pats you on the shoulder. You are an aged, wise man who deserves the fine things in life and deserves to be paid for his time, correct? And he hands you about 10 gold pieces and says, Will that do for the payment of your beautiful
Oh,
depiction of me?"
Enoch looks at it. Oh, I suppose that'll get me a few eggs. Be off with you then.
He just wanders off towards the hallway, towards the room, sweating. An artist and a cutthroat. My, I am liking you more and more.
Jesus.
Well, you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
She recovered real fast.
Would you like to have a drink with me?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have
Wonderful.
any egg wine?
You know, we could have something similar whipped up.
Oh, perfect. I was getting a bit parched after all this painting.
She goes over to the counter and just says a few words to the person behind the bar, and then it says, "Please why don't we have a seat and you can tell me all about your experiences."
Okay.
As you,
He'll,
huh?
yeah, he'll take a seat and as whatever
Yeah.
he's given to drink, he'll drink it and just start going on and on about the chosen one's journey and
Yeah,
the fates that foretell it.
You don't quite get the egg wine you're used to, like the fine egg wine you're used to, Enoch. You do get wine that has a bunch of eggs mixed into it and like pickled.
It works.
Yeah, it is a sufficient substitute. It comes after about like half an hour, but yeah. And you're just watching you drink this, and you guys are talking. As we'll come back over to the others, as Enoch is enjoying his date.
Aww, so cute.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at one point Leah's eyes just kind of like went black, and she like observed like fucking Enoch painting a portrait, but then was like, never mind, this is not as important.
She had a brief moment where she's like, I might have to, oh hell no.
Yeah. And so I guess she finishes like drawing everything and taking notes, and then like ushers for them to go downstairs.
Sure. You guys make your way down the set of stairs bit by bit, and the wood creaks beneath your feet. The air is stale here, and it's musty. Not much air flows through here, you can tell. And as you get further down the stairs, you are greeted with a 30 by 30 room. I'm going to be honest. This was something I was expecting you guys to bump into next week, so I do not have the map prepared.
Uh-oh.
See, whose fault was that?
This time it was weirdly
Wait,
enough the
a
wizards.
real chaotic person are here.
Weirdly enough, it was the wizards this time.
How unusual.
The wizard is not lawful and is not neutral. Full chaotic.
Okay.
You was going into this.
Alright, so yeah, you guys get down to this room that's 30 by 30, and at the end of it sits this... At the latter third of it sits this pool of water that seems to have a glowing light to it. It's glowing a bright blue. And in this room, you are surrounded by stone sculptures everywhere, and some woman just... what you can almost tell is like some woman just sort of on the other side of the room. For those of you who have dark vision, on the other side of the room by the pool, just laying and lightly breathing, assumedly asleep.
There's a woman there?
You see slender frame and long hair, so you assume woman, or just very slender androgynous man.
It's Slenderman, run!
Oh,
Yes.
Shiny.
How big is this pool?
About 30 feet wide and about 10 feet from one end to the wall. Actually, no, sorry, 15.
Eyeballing it, how
15.
deep does it look?
As you get closer, it seems to be about 20 feet or so.
Time for me to embrace chaos. Cannonball!
All right. As Kyler starts cannonballing into the water, like just running and jumping, you expect to feel the splash of water, Kyler, but it takes too long. You all watch as a watery tendril reaches out from the water and holds the bottom of Kyler and puts him back onto the land.
Mommy?
Fascinating.
As out comes this watery snake-looking creature.
Roll for initiative.
Mommy's last boyfriend?
Mommy's play toy?
I thought she said she lost you. Why don't you go back home?
He actually saying this?
I.
Kyler's actually saying this?
You're saying it. Okay.
No, that's
No.
a yes.
Like, yeah.
AYE.
Yeah, I know. That didn't
Yeah,
come
Kyler
across
is saying it.
the joke.
Okay. Azil just sort of stares at you, Kyler.
I tried to tell you all that my family life is not exactly normal.
Who here, who here speaks Aquan?
Leah
Everybody who
does.
speaks primordial.
Most of the party.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, specifically Enoch, Kyler, and Leah.
The
Yeah.
only specific person here who's going to have no fucking clue what's being said is Henna.
And Sir Dilf.
What else
Sir
is
Dill.
new?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Henna's left out of the conversation. Good old. Alright. Leah and Kyler, you both hear you both hear in Aquan. Who are you to enter into this domain?
Responding in common, I saw a pool of water, so I thought I might be able to see and talk to my mom. So I tried to jump in to try to get a hold of my mom.
There are no females in this water. Are you friend
Leah's
or
gonna ask
foe?
in Aquan, are there anybody else in the water?
There is no one in the water. Kyler, you're close to the water, so you can roll a perception check for me.
You do not recognize the
Okay.
bodies in the water.
There's hundreds of bodies down there.
Yeah,
Perception.
this is 100%. What do you roll?
I got a 3.
And that one.
You are blinded by the thought of water. You are only thinking of water. Water.
You really have to pee now.
Yeah,
And mommy. And mommy.
yeah.
Am
For
I?
for some reason, the song "WAP" is stuck in your head.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Am I still invisible?
Yes, it hasn't been an hour, so yes. You just
Okay, so
have.
I'm
You've
gonna
had to
kinda-
drop concentration to do Featherfall.
Ooh, did I?
Oh yeah, you did have to do concentration. So yeah, you are no longer invisible, unless you want to
Okay.
you wanted to say you re-invisibled up before you came down here.
No, because I want to keep my fucking dragon's breath just in case. Can I move a little bit closer to the water and do a perception check myself?
If you'd like, sure. As you approach the water, more of these tendrils of water come and sort of like block all your path, sort of separating you from the creature in the water, the what seems to be woman laying by the pool, and Kyler.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna ask if it thinks like, do you think we're going to hurt her or you?
Are you here to hurt either of us? Or are you here to
No, of
free
course
us?
To free you?
Not me, but are you here to help? Are you here to cleanse?
Cleanse? Cleanse what?
That's never a fun word to hear.
Yeah, cleanse what?
While you are down here, it is best if you keep your eyes shut. In a literal term.
Why?
For to gaze upon this room is to court death. A slow one. Many before you have tried. And points to all the statues.
Oh, she's a Gorgon. Okay, Leah's gonna close her eyes. She's gonna turn back, look at the statues, look at her group, and then just close her eyes. Oh, and put like a hand over Taz' eyes.
Meanwhile, Hannah, who still has no idea what's going on because she
Yeah,
can't
you just
speak
see,
like, the
you
language,
hear,
is
you,
just gonna wander over to like one of the statues and kind of poke at it, just like because she got bored listening to the gurgling of drowning.
sure, you sort of just poke at it and their lower jaw just falls off and shatters on the ground.
Ew, not very well made.
It was just like
Well, I mean,
lizard
Kyler's
folk.
been speaking in common the entire time.
Sure.
I mean, that really doesn't do much for me.
She hears one half of a conversation.
The half of the conversation I heard was, "But my mommy."
And she immediately tuned
And
out.
also a few slams about the giant water snake thing looking like one of Mommy's adult toys.
Pretty much, yeah. Which Hannah has tuned that out.
Yeah, Hannah stopped paying attention the moment he said, "Mommy?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so at this point, the individual says, "What is your intention of being here? Why do you happen upon this chamber? Were you also dumped by them?"
This is all in Ogwing because I've decided that it was rude to not address this creature in a language that it was speaking towards me. So I was just kind of like, we wandered. I tell the truth. I broke into this chapel, found that it was like deserted and old, cleaned it up a little bit. There was a stone blocking the way. We were able to move the stone, and we came down here because we saw there was a light down here, and we were curious as to what was down here. We do not desire anything from you. We don't want to take anything from you. We were just simply curious. And if you need assistance, if we can provide that, given that you shall cause no harm to anyone, anyone who is not going to cause harm to you.
I heard a noise as you were coming down. Were you stealthy in your...
Yeah, totally.
Were you stealthy in your attempts to get down here? Did they find you? Did they hear you?
I don't believe anybody found us.
Did they
we
hear
were
you?
a little bit loud, though.
We were about as stealthy as
Rocket
a
ship.
Tarrasque in a china shop.
Yeah, we tried our best. I mean, I don't think anybody was with us or saw us, but like, nobody's here with us that I don't know.
You must hide if you
Aside from
value.
you.
You must hide if you value your life. They will be here soon.
I will fully take that into account, and I'm going to keep my eyes closed and turn around very slowly so that I don't trip because my eyes are still closed, and be like, hide to everybody, and then go and try to hide. Can I do a stealth roll?
There's not much to hide in or around outside of just sort of standing next to one of the sculptures or being in the water.
We can't. Okay, can I turn back to the creature? Can we hide in the water?
You're free to, but it is unclear how long it will take before they come. Those of you
I'm
who
okay with
can-
that.
And many of you are not capable of surviving. As three people, as all the Genasi are just like, we're good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
The two Genasi that just hold their breath forever. We good.
Yeah. I assume Kyler heard all of that, so Kyler is gonna just do what Kyler wants, probably get in the water. And then I'm gonna
Tyler's
turn.
gonna shout back, y'all should hide, someone's coming. Apparently our watery friend here thinks it'll mean death, and close your eyes. She petrifies people by sight.
And then I'm gonna turn to Bora and Azazel and be like, you two get in the water with Kyler. And then I'll turn back to the person who's talking to us and be like, for those of us that can't hold our breaths for as long as possible, where do you think is the best place to hide in this room? Are the statues going to be enough cover? Is there any secret panels? Is there anything you can do to assist us so that we may assist you in the future?
In this room, nothing, but if you were to leave the room, if you were to exit out, I am not sure. I have not seen anything beyond this room. I do not know of any place for you to hide safely. All I suggested is that you do hide if you do not want to be found out and turned into one of these. And point again, one of the watery tendrils like arcs out towards all of the statues.
So they do this to you. It's not something that you caused.
No, they leave people here and eventually they lock eyes with Sylvari. And
Is
thus,
Sylvari
Isn't that the name of the person we're supposed to find?
Is it?
I don't think everyone remembers who we're supposed to find.
Rune, did I remember right?
I know what it is. Holy fuck, I know what it is.
What is it?
Okay.
That's the name of the author of the book Laura found. Okay.
Wait,
I
isn't
heard
that
her
who the lady in the portrait
Library was missing.
No,
Okay.
so there's a lady in the portrait who said, "Go find that person. She'll help you," or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. Bora. Fuck, yeah.
Okay, so then I guess we're still talking in Aquan, right?
yeah.
Okay,
I can
so
understand Aquan, right? I just can't
Yeah.
speak it.
You can understand it to an extent. It's like a broken language. Like you can pick up bits and pieces, and yeah, you can only sort of understand it.
It's like listening to me go on a tirade in Gaelic.
I think she sort of did what I was doing and just kind of tuned out until she heard the name Sylvar and it's like, wait, what? Repeat that?
Leah's gonna hold like a finger for like, give me 1 second. I want to make sure. I'm gonna turn to the creature and be like, "Are you and Sylvarin safe? Like, do you need assistance? This does not seem like this is a situation in which you wish to be in and or safe in."
I'll be fine. They do not know of my presence, and I am unseen in the water. Sylvari herself is safe. They will bring no harm to her.
Where is she?
Tendrils just sort of pointing to the sleeping body.
Okay, and then Leah's gonna turn around and reiterate everything about that, and then also say, "Are they called Gorgons in this world, or?"
I mean, roll me an Arcana check if you want to have any understanding of what they might be.
Me as the player knows that in D&D world, Gorgon is not what you're thinking of.
So that's a nat one. So if I put a portent roll of a
15?
If I okay,
Or
so
5?
how high does this roll need to be? Because I am +7.
You don't know.
So
You don't know what the DC is going to be for you to understand. You can just choose to either use the 5 or the 15, your choice.
yeah, but does the +7 go into that?
Yeah, it does.
Somebody tell me what 5 + 7 is.
12.
5 + 7 is 12. 5 + 15 + 7 is 22.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll go with the 22. The 15's
Alright.
not going to be a little bit useful.
You know, looking closer and looking by the glowing pool, you see now the strands of hair of what you thought were hair are snakes. It's hard to
Yeah,
see,
okay.
and fortunately Bora does not have dark vision, so hasn't quite seen it.
Yet,
Yeah, but looking at the thing and what they said and about the statues, this is a Medusa, a very dangerous creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna and then I'm gonna tell them like she's a Medusa, but I don't think she intentionally is going to cause harm. I just think if we're trapped down here, it's going to lead to us being harmed in a case where like we'd have to open our eyes at some point, likely. So I think the best way to go about
We-
this.
Do we stick a bag over her head? Something that works.
Leah's gonna turn to Orin and be like, "You want to stick a bag over a woman's head?"
Isn't that how Medusas work?
No.
We could
No.
do a blindfolder.
That's how waterboarding works.
Yeah. That's how kidnapping works.
Yeah.
And suffocation.
Not do any of that.
Oh, it's either I don't know. I'm just throwing out suggestions.
Orin just strangling her with a plastic bag. Don't worry, we're trying to have a conversation.
Wait,
Don't worry, we're in
why
hell.
wait,
You're
why
being
are we?
rescued. Do not resist.
Why are we? We could.
Is Sylvari the Medusa, or am I misunderstanding?
Oh yeah, no. So Sylvari is the Medusa.
Okay.
So who's Sylvari? Asks Bora. Why do you know that name? Or what? Why is that name important?
She.
The person who the book said was going to help her.
I haven't told anyone. That was me.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
This was Orin asking Bora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Bestie asking.
Genius.
halfway.
No, Orin. It's just they have the same. It's just they have the same voice.
Well,
They have
I
the
was
same
confused
voice and
because
the
I heard
same fucking
Bora
name.
asks.
No,
I heard
it
Bora
was asked
asks.
Bora.
That's not what he said. He said ask. He said Bora asks.
Well, we're gonna get off this tangent.
Asks
All
Bora?
we know. Everybody else, I'm pretty sure, knows that he's talking about in character. So in character, Orin asks Boro, "How do you know this name, or why is it so important?"
She was the author of that book I found that brought us here. One more time, please. Name of the goddess.
Dodicia.
Dodicia. Dodicia.
Trio.
Hey, of course.
Dodicia. The one where Dodicia came.
You can also
to the mirror.
you can also refer to her by her moniker, the Pink Rose.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do that. It's the pink rose, right?
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. I
That's
just wanna
why gods
say,
have nicknames.
Yeah, for people like me with a stutter that is triggered with that specific syllable.
Goes
So
into a.
decagram?
Yeah.
That's why I've been saying ditto this whole time as I start and my brain just gets stuck on So, she's going to say, Sylvari wrote the book that I found, the one where the pink rose appeared to me in the mirror and told me to find her. She would be able to help us.
Rune, is there any way I can do like a religion check to see if the Pink Rose is a vengeful goddess who would like want us to be turned into stone by a Medusa?
The Pink Rose is from your religion check earlier. The Pink Rose is the goddess of beauty. Let me find the specifics.
I mean, Aphrodite was pretty spiteful.
That's what. Yeah, that's what.
Yes,
I'm wondering, like,
yes, but this is not specifically Greek mythology.
Yes, I know, but it's
Sure,
not
Rude.
something that can't be discounted.
Hey, I have not given you a god that's been Greek levels of spiteful.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, is this a type of goddess that's like, you found my book, I'm bored, let's see you guys turn into stone. Teehee. That's the religion check I want to know.
I
God.
mean, you did put
See, I'm
Enoch
just
in the
picturing her,
party.
I'm just picturing her as more like Baha. As long as we don't say or do anything stupid, she's not gonna unalive us.
Yeah, so Dodicia is the goddess of love, beauty, and peace.
Oh, okay. So she's probably not actively going to try to kill us. Well, actually, no, because we're not a very peaceful group, so she might want to eliminate us because we're not very peaceful.
She is known as a sort of neutral good goddess. And most of her curses generally involve turning people brutally ugly, but you haven't heard of any of the stories about her involving turning someone into a Medusa, though it seems sort of in line, but in terms of what a curse of that nature could be, but you aren't sure as to what could have caused it or anything like that.
So it's likely that the goddess is not actively trying to kill us. However, it's likely that she did curse Silvari.
It's likely that unless you specifically did something to incur her wrath, she will not try and do anything to fuck you over. And
Well,
as for
clearly she
what
did.
happened to Silvari, maybe not. It's unlikely, but you think that it's a possibility that could happen.
She did ask us to find her. So
Why would she send us to her?
She specifically told Bora
Yeah.
to find
Bora,
Silvari.
yeah.
So Bora, completely forgetting to tell anyone that this goddess specifically told her to find this woman, is just like, oh fuck, here's that lady.
Yeah. You never
There's
once
a way
mention
there.
it. Oh, right, this thing that I was asked to do by a goddess.
Yes, that thing I totally didn't forget about because I took a bath.
Because
So, this might be a dumb idea here, but as I've already decided, I'm hiding in the water. I am eyes closed, climbing in the water, and then I'm going to connect with the poor unconscious child's brain and see if I can't get information myself.
What child?
Child, as in Silvari.
Okay.
You know, poor unfortunate soul. And I'm
In
going
pain,
to ask if
in
she
need?
knows how she got here.
So you're going to telepathically communicate, asking how did you get here?
Yes, I'm also going to tell her that she doesn't have to move or open her eyes. She can just think back, and I will hear her.
Roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yes, out of nowhere a voice is in your head when you were asleep.
maybe start with, and we're here to help.
Yeah, maybe not go into hi, tell me everything.
Yeah, it was pretty much, he said, hi, tell me everything, don't open your eyes, and inform us everything you know. It's just like, what the fuck?
Go into a dark room, don't open your eyes. Oh my god!
Ah!
See, I'm more picturing it in my head as, hey, please don't turn us to stone. We want to know how you got here, because we're trying to figure out how to help you get out without killing us.
Still, roll persuasion disadvantage. That's, the persuasion is for, keeping...
Don't kill us?
No, more of the keep your eyes closed, like, we need information kind of stuff. So 12. Who has their eyes closed currently? I know that Kyler is underwater, eyes closed, but what about the rest of you?
Leah's had her
Leah.
eyes closed.
Yeah,
Leah and Tom have things over their eyes.
yeah.
Bora
Bora...
can't really see.
Huh?
Bora can't really see, so she's like got her eyes half closed, kind of half squinting because she doesn't know if it works for her.
Okay, Zazel's covering his face with his eyes. Gaston has his helmet backwards.
Hannah has her eyes fully open, but she was like studying the statues, so she wasn't looking.
Yeah, in that
towards
direction.
what's
I
going
know.
on.
I
Yeah.
know. But yeah, as you guys are out there, you immediately see, Bora, you see movement coming from where that woman is, as she starts to get up and look around very confused.
Seeing her like getting up, like, oh, her eyes are open, that's probably what they mean. Just fully close them.
I will have to quickly check something. Basically need to see, because you did have your eyes half open, so that's still open enough, but I want to see if it's at a certain distance.
Bora's getting turned to stone, isn't she?
Yeah, Bora just instantly gets turned to stone. Well, on to the next character.
She's
Well,
done.
I'm also pretty sure it's a Constitution save.
I thought that was like a charisma or wisdom, but I haven't ever seen the spell before.
Okay, fortunately for you, the Medusa had her back to you, and so you close your eyes quickly, and you hear this... Who... Dumb question, because I already know the answer to this, but who here speaks Elvish?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Leo.
Literally everyone
Oh,
that's
no.
everyone that's not named Kyler, Azazel, and Gaston.
Uh-huh.
Selfish.
Welcome to my world, Kyler.
Welcome to the Elf Club.
Elf Club.
Remind me who
Yes, let me
speaks
just start
celestial as
talking to you
well.
in deep speech.
Yeah. So you hear coming from this from within the room, all of you, in Elvish, say sorry, I need to find the darn you hear in Elvish a feminine voice say, Trisar, oh, I thought I heard something. What is happening?
So she's talking to the creature, I assume?
You can only assume. You have your eyes
Yeah.
closed and are unaware of the situation fully.
You okay?
What
Oh.
happened?
My dog was right behind me.
Oh,
No.
Ah,
no. Okay. It would appear that people have come down here. Keep your gaze shut, but it seems people have come down here and are not associated with those things. And the individual says, I'm sorry, how many of you are there?
Leah's gonna respond in Elvish. How many are there? Azazel, Gaston, me, Kyler,
7, 8.
Bora. 8? Is that 6, 8? How many?
It's
7?
7 right now because Enoch's not with you. As you were like,
Oh.
we have where's Enoch?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hello, ma'am. Introduce myself in a very formal Elvish greeting, and then be like, there are 7 of us currently in this room right now. We mean you no harm.
How did you find here? You aren't with those 3, are you?
Bora.
The who?
Bora's going to step up and say, Silvari.
What? I can't hear you over the sound of wind.
Who turned on Windwall?
Yeah.
who decided to deep throat their mic?
I don't know.
That was really
Like Boris started to speak and then wind started rushing in, just white noising the place.
Like, I kind of halfway heard it because I was the one talking, but I could tune it out. What?
over it.
Did not
Can
hear a
you
word
please
you said.
can you please repeat everything you were trying to say?
Bora is going to step up and say, Silvari, the Pink Rose sent me to find you for some reason.
My goddess has sent for me. Finally, I was starting to lose hope.
Leah's gonna be like, do you need assistance getting out of
Yes,
here? Like,
yes,
is there something we can do for you?
I need assistance, but I cannot get out until you do something for me.
Please tell us what you need us to do. And then also we can help your protector if they also need help.
No, the Trisar is fine. I need you to find the lair of 3 witches. They trapped me in here. I fought them off, but they trapped me and they turned me into this after I tried to renege on a deal. There's a painting that depicts me looking into a mirror of sorts. I need you to destroy it, please. Once you do that, I'll be able to go to the outside world again. I won't be in this hideous form.
We can do that. But can you explain to us a little bit more about the situation? Why were you called here by the witches? Why did they trap you?
Weren't we supposed to be hiding from something? I'm not sure if we have time for a whole exposition right now. I'm sorry, but
Leah's gonna just kind of look at Orin.
Bora's going to pull her stick out and be like, was a young child down here once.
A young child? No. It's only ever been me and Trisar. There have been others, but they didn't last too long. They're stuck in the state. I'm hoping that when I am back to my normal form, they will return to how they are.
Wait, these are people?
Yes, as Henna, you just look down at the jaw that's on the ground.
And I'm just gonna slowly lift her hands and back away. Like, I did nothing.
I am innocent.
Tyler is going to request psychically if he can get all of that thought back to him in common.
Where is this voice coming from? I hear voices in my head. Oh yes, it must be.
Child.
No, you hear Gaston say, "Oh yes, it must be the brain worm."
This has been happening a lot lately.
Yeah, and I think now we can officially conclude it has nothing to do with the Feywild.
It is the slightly nasally voice speaking to me. It is asking for information.
Nasally?
Can you describe the voice more clearly?
So many topics right now.
It is slightly nasally with what seems to be a sort of Irish accent, of sorts.
Ireland exists in this world.
Yeah.
It does now.
Nah, you know what? It's like it's slightly nasally with an Iola's accent.
Yeah, that's better.
Leah's gonna turn to Henna and kind of just mouth like, Kyler?
And
I
Henna's
think
just
she
gonna
can see.
nod. Oh wait, no, I can't see. My back is to them, so I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then I'm gonna turn to Orin then. Orin or Bora, whoever's closest to me, and just mouth like Kyler.
Well, I mean,
Everybody's eyes are
we're
closed.
we're not
Everybody's eyes are
looking
closed.
because we don't want to be
Oh,
stoned.
yeah, okay.
She does it
So then
anyways.
I'm gonna just kind of like growl out loud, like fucking Kyler.
As you growl
I'm
out,
just gonna go. The serial killer strikes again.
as you growl out, "Fucking Kyler!" You all hear shifting coming from upstairs. As a bit of debris falls
What did
down.
I say? What did I say?
Leah's gonna turn to him as he says that and be like, you want it? Like, and he's gonna say in Celestial, because he speaks Celestial, right?
Yes.
He's gonna turn to him in Celestial and be like, you wanted to put a fucking paper bag over her head. Sorry for not listening to you.
Well, I thought that would work to keep the stone turning happening.
You guys
Sorry.
hear a bit of a splash.
Bora has her stick out.
Genasi's in the pool. Everyone else pretend to be a statue. Let's do it.
Pretend to be a statue.
Oh, yeah, shit. Can I cast, fuck. Can I cast Minor Illusion? Can I cast Minor Illusion on multiple people or no?
Depending on what the illusion is.
If I wanted to make us look like slightly like stone-like. If I wanted to make the non-Genasi look slightly stone-like.
You can do it to one person and one person alone.
I can
Okay.
I can use disguise self on myself and minor illusion on someone else.
Okay, so how many? So we have 3 Genasi, so they're all getting in the water, and then there's what, 4 of us left?
Orin, Sir Dilf, Hannah, Leah. Yeah.
It's the 4 of us.
So wait, so Henna can do 2 people. I can do 1. Does 1 not include myself, or does include myself, Rune?
What I mean is that with minor illusion, you can only do it to one creature, whether that's yourself or someone else.
And so Henna can do it to 2 people, and then
Hannah can do it to 2 people with what? Minor illusion?
If I use disguise self on me and minor illusion on someone else.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can do the same thing. I can do disguise self on myself, and then I can do
Minor illusion on one person.
minor illusion on Sir Dilf.
Okay, so then
Alright,
that would
well, I get
leave
it, Warren.
that'd leave one person who is basically shit out of luck.
No,
Who should I
that's
roll?
everyone.
No, that's everybody.
Oh yeah, the other.
Or they
Well, I
can
mean,
use
Boris still has to
prestidigitation
get.
on themselves.
Boris still has to get to the water, and maybe Azazel. You guys
Okay.
don't know what's really going on, but you will have to open your eyes to see your targets for your spells.
Well, if
Alright,
they're back to us, then we should be fine.
Yeah,
I mean, they
I'm-
could also just use prestidigitation on themselves to make themselves covered in gray dust to look like a statue.
well, I don't have prestidigitation, so.
Yes, but it's not a concentration-based spell.
If only you
And
could climb
Orin
a
has
rope
it.
into an extra dimensional place or something.
Yeah, you hear footsteps getting closer. Make your decision.
I guess I'm.
Did you guys catch the thing where I said, like, yell to Silvari, please turn around. We need to change form so they don't catch us.
Did you say you yell it?
Like, as not like
So
they
I'm
can hear.
appropriate for the space between them.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You are whisper yelling it to them.
Okay, what did she say?
I understand in Elven.
Thank you, I appreciate you. You're lovely. I'm gonna turn to look at Sir Dilf. I'm gonna open my eye, turn, look at Sir Dilf, and cast minor illusion on him, and then I'm going to move myself to a corner that's like I can kind of put Ta behind me so that like Ta is blocked. Like I'm a statue in the corner, so there's like do you understand what I'm talking about?
Sort of.
Okay, so you know how like when there's rooms in a corner, you can have a statue there, but there's like some small space behind them where like you can like put a small thing in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then cast disguise self on myself, to make both of us look like we're made of stone.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna grab Orin, put him by like someone else, cast minor illusion on him, and be like, "Stay."
You put him you put him next to that dragonborn dude whose jaw you broke.
Yes. Stay. And then I'm just gonna turn and cast disguise self on me,
Okay.
and be a statue.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
Boy, I hope the other two Genasi made it to the pool.
Yeah, what do you guys do?
Yeah.
Man, at
So
least they're monks. They should move quick.
Yeah, Bora is notably slow.
Real quick, before they get in, Orin moves like away from the broken statue in case they come over to it. Just like 2 statues down.
Okay.
by the way, I would
I'd
like
be
you to tell me what components minor illusion and disguise self require, like verbal, somatic, material.
Disguise self is verbal somatic.
Okay.
And then how do I tell that with minor illusion?
I'm pretty sure that one's just verbal somatic as well.
Okay.
Wait, I think I clicked it.
Can we say that we
Oh,
whispered all
It needs
this?
fleece. It's somatic and it requires a material component of fleece.
I just wanted to know, like, I don't care about the specific material component unless it has a price to it. I just wanted to know if it's verbal, material, or somatic, or any of the combination of the 3.
So minor illusion is just somatic material, and disguise self is verbal somatic.
Okay. Heck. Sorry about this. I am trying to put a very simple background overlapping for the space you're in.
I literally just saw that entire room turn white, and I was thinking, like, what the hell? Did we just get nuked?
Yeah.
Enoch did something.
You're all thrust into limbo.
Boom.
Dun, 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 dun.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
2 options.
Crisscross.
Crisscross.
Everybody, clap your hands.
Starts clapping hands, falls for it, immediately gets heard by whoever's coming down.
All I'm saying is I really wish I had succeeded in my, bring to reality portrait for that girl, but just the amount of irony if I had ended up, trapping her inside a painting or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have been real poetic.
But it sounds like Enoch has useful information, should everyone get out of there. If not, Enoch will have to sleuth and find y'all.
Pretty much.
See, now, the player of Kyler, with his bizarre love of Arthurian legends, has had a suspicion that Morgana is a fucking witch of some kind since he first heard that name last week.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like, wow, these are like some kind of hag or a witch or something.
I'm sorry, anyone who just outright tries to strike a deal for power with you is most likely going to be some sort of bad, usually. But
My
nonetheless,
friend-
Enoch's all for it.
My friend
Kyler's
thought,
mom isn't bad.
it was really just, wow, that person hit on Bora first. I don't trust it.
Nobody's ever attracted to Bora first.
Yeah.
It's okay, nobody's attracted to Kyler in general.
Damn.
That's harsh, son.
God damn.
Am I wrong?
I can smell the biscuits from my room, and it smells amazing.
What?
Oh,
Our
Dad,
father is cooking to try to appease us.
Yeah, Dad stepped in when I went mute there. He's making like wrapped chicken with jalapeno poppers.
Homemade jalapeno poppers.
Okay.
Like he's making a feast. Try and make up.
I do truly feel like our father is trying to appease us for. We weren't happy.
Yeah, for what
Okay.
happened recently, I get it.
I suppose I should put Kyler back inside the building.
Yes, ideally, for what's about to happen.
Ideally.
You know, he can be outside of the building, you just won't be inside of the building to help.
How are you under the water, literally? Okay, there we go. That was funny.
You were too.
What?
And not on my screen.
I am in confusion.
On my screen, I was standing on top of the water. You moved
Yeah.
down here and just under the blue.
It shows your token on top of everything. Yours was under the one.
Okay, so move your tokens. For where you are, these are the stairs around here.
I like how you just slipped into Azazel right there.
Not really, that wasn't even my Azazel voice. This is my Azazel
That-
voice.
That was his.
It was
I'm
close.
being stupid voice.
Yes. Good.
So is Bora only half in the water?
Yeah. She's like got her back to Sylvari and is like trying to see if she can see who's coming down.
Because it will take me an eon to do it, could you please destroy that stick figure painting?
Who
No one,
did it?
no one enjoys Enoch's art. I get it.
Not unless it's an eldritch abomination that could be used to destroy people mentally in the service of your queen.
I'm
I
resting
did
my
just
mouth.
give a painting to one of these would-be witches that has that ability, didn't I?
Yeah.
You did.
That does explain though why she wasn't disturbed by it.
And you best believe
Oh,
Heather's
crap.
gonna be real mad if she finds out that you gave away one of those paintings.
To a witch.
Hannah's just like,
Wow,
you
that could be more
what?
careful.
No,
I mean-
Heather doesn't care who it was given to. The fact that it is abomination.
Yo, what the f-
And it's not for
Whoever did that, please delete it. Nobody
You're
needs to
lagging so
nuke the
bad.
sun.
It's already gone. You're lagging so bad.
Is there a storm going on up there?
There's not a storm, it's that I'm running my recording stuff, my Roll20, and like other tabs all simultaneously. So I tend to lag like behind a bit in terms of Roll20.
Understandable.
Also, make sure your Google Chrome is up to date. I had that issue and it was really slowing my shit down.
It is up
She's
to date,
Starbucks.
so it's fine. At least on that end. But
Is it
yes.
fine?
There's memes about how bad Chrome eats up your thing for a reason.
Oh my god. Can
I
we
have
please
never
stop
seen
playing with auras, please? It's killing me. On an almost literal level. Anybody who has an aura, delete it, please. Just put 0 for the aura.
Sibling, please.
Whoa, someone digitized.
The Leah.
Is that Talia?
Alana, your thing is like Five Nights at Freddy's roboting.
My god.
Dear Leah, you just took us back to the tones of 8-bit.
Do.
Magic flute.
How?
Meow?
Meow.
No, we had enough of that earlier.
You had enough of that earlier. I've been at work all day.
No. I mean earlier in the game, Thorn was standing by my head and screaming at me. I love my baby to death, but I don't know what he wants.
Just a cat screeching at you next to you.
Literally, you just drowned out him meowing in my face. He's not even 2 feet away from me, made eye contact, and just went, meow.
Wow.
Jack?
Meow.
Me? Ow.
Me wow.
Me now.
Meow.
I'm meow.
Me how.
Me
I
cow.
Meow.
By the way, the reason my name on Discord is Meow Motherfucker is because of really deep meows.
Meow.
Motherfucker.
Exactly. That right there, that is exactly why my name is Meow Motherfucker.
Oh, you mean, what's it called? Warlock, what he just did?
Some fries.
Meow, motherfucker.
Yes, exactly that.
Meow, motherfucker.
I thought it was in reference.
It gives
to
me
one of
very,
the
very
Curse
strong.
videos.
It gives
Strong.
me very, very strong Samuel L. Jackson vibes doing that.
Fair.
Exactly.
Meow, motherfucker.
That is exactly what it was. I said at some point to somebody, meow deep, and say, meow motherfucker like you're Samuel L. Jackson, and then that became my name on Discord.
I would imagine just that entire sentence just became your name. Meow deep like you're Samuel Jackson, motherfucker. And that is my name now.
At least you can die happy.
Man, I can't wait for like a buff Tabaxi to show up and then just be like meow. Just like right to
I've
Henna.
already got one backup character. I now have a new backup character.
I mean, if Creed does have to come in, he's a relatively buff man who would have to like disguise himself as a tabaxi if he wants his tail out.
True.
So
Or he could be a dragonborn.
Well, not all Dragonborn generally don't have tails, except for like, I think like the Draco Bloods.
Or he could always be a lizard folk.
True.
I don't think
Whoa.
he's that thing.
You good?
Meow?
who was that?
Who are we you gooding?
Did I delete your dog?
What?
Huh?
He pressed Control Alt Delete on his dog.
Just deletes Balder.
No, my dog!
I will bring him back from the dead and the other side. No, not the sweet little idiot.
My baby!
Meow.
Oh my god.
That is the most lovable idiot. He is not allowed to be unalive.
Control Alt Revive.
Went into Dad's room last night after he brought the dogs in, and Balder was so sweet and happy, and I missed my puppy.
What time did he actually bring the puppies in?
Really fucking early. Like, he went back to his room at 7.
Yes.
Mom, what time do you think I got home?
Considering I still was not awake.
At fuck you o'clock, that's when. At an
yeah.
ungodly hour.
Ungodly
It was
hour.
only 3:30.
Yeah,
Exactly,
No,
an
it was
ungodly
3 a.m.
hour.
It was 3 a.m. that I got parked, came inside, did all of my nightly rituals. It was about 4 a.m. when I finally got to sleep, and I woke up at 9 a.m.
Oh, so when I woke up to go to work.
I was finally crashing, yeah.
Meanwhile, I've been exhausted from literally not even a week, since Thursday, of emotional bullshit.
Okay. Such a good boy.
Sorry.
She returns.
It's a blubber.
What are we
As
waiting
I'm
on?
getting loved on by my cat. Room to finish setting shit up.
Yeah.
Duh. I am finishing very small things.
Alright.
I'm
so
gonna
привет.
be right back.
He's getting those sturdy tokens ready. They're about to flood the room.
Yeah.
As 500 Manticore enter the room, those are what you should have ran from. You fools!
Get out of here. There's only one way out now. Turn into stone.
Look into her eyes! Save yourselves!
I found a pose where my Widowmaker stands up on one.
Oh man.
Also, I found Enoch as a cat.
Cat knock.
If I ever roll to backseat, that's what he's turning into.
Oh god, I have to see this. I have to take a break just to see this.
It's just a gif of a weird cat blinking.
If you've ever seen, this is from a Miyazaki movie. It's one of the more obscure ones, I think. One of my friends loves it, so she showed it to me. He has that deep voice in the English version. His number one saying is, "Ciao, babe."
Neko ni.
And then there's a Widowmaker standing up in front of a ray of cans.
God.
So he's
You take a wild stab in the dark and say, I think you might like Dr. Pepper.
It's not
I'm
my
a-
favorite soda, but yes.
I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and say that you like Widowmaker.
Yeah, this totally wasn't a gift for my birthday from my boyfriend.
You actually just hate the character and you're like, ah, thanks, honey. And then it's just like, ooh.
Oh no, I do like her.
Yeah, I know.
She's one of my.
Well,
Yeah,
I know.
It's
Well,
not
I
like
know
haven't
that.
shown you 20 Not like I haven't shown you 20 playing the games.
It's not like there's a widow main in this household.
Mhm.
Not like there's a sniper in this fucking household.
As there's a literal
There are at
sniper
least
rifle.
two.
As there's a literal sniper rifle between your rooms.
Is that what's
No,
between
no.
our walls?
If it is
There is
between
no
our
weird
rooms,
drop-off.
it is either... Yeah, it's a weird
We
drop-off.
have a void. We have a void between our rooms.
What?
Like, if you
And
go
a
up
lot
to
of
the
pointy
attic-
objects. There are
We-
also a lot of pointy objects.
We have a void between our room. There is no gap that exists.
Yeah, if you have to actually go up into the attic, and you go over to where our rooms connect, there is nothing.
You know,
It's
it's
just
pretty
a
wild when
void.
you can go up an attic.
What?
Pardon?
You said go
Attic.
up the attic.
ATTIC.
No, I know that.
ATTIC.
I know that. Nuz said
Oh.
go up the attic.
Go up my
Oh.
weird speech issues, yes.
Yeah.
I tried to say the name, and now it's just out of control.
I know. Exhaustion will make the speech impediment worse. I know.
I've noticed this.
Alright. So, as you are all pretending to be statues, choose your
Or
locations.
underwater.
Or underwater. Kyler, drag your ass back into the water. The rest of you choose your locations.
This is the stairs right here, right?
Mhm.
I
Duh.
am in the water.
Yeah.
What do you mean back into the water? I'm in the water.
Not on my
Water's only when
screen.
it's half out.
Not in my
You
screen.
need to refresh your screen. I haven't moved for forever.
That
What?
is such a cute little fire thingy.
I am scared of everything that is happening.
I guess I'll just leave
Like-
it right there.
If y'all get trapped down there, you're putting your lives in Enoch's hands to figure it out.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, this is going well, or he's just destroying this whole place. One or the other.
Honestly,
I mean, you know, if there's a TPK here, at least everyone can rest knowing that he'll burn everything else to the ground.
Honestly,
I mean, Alex.
seeing Enoch just go full Armageddon because he lost his friends, I would love to see that.
Honestly, I don't even think he would go full Armageddon because he lost his friends. I think he might go full Armageddon because, like, the queen died.
Well,
Yeah,
it
that's
would
why I'm
more
not
be
really-
about finding Henna, and he would kind of turn everything upside down to
I
do
mean-
that.
Like, Henna at this moment has, like, just full expectation that at some point Enoch is going to go looking for her, so she's not super concerned. Because she has, like, a weird amount of faith in him.
Yes, when you're comforted by the idea of Enoch looking for you and hunting you down.
Yeah,
If
like,
nothing else, Enoch has successfully distracted one of the witches, probably.
On an honest level, like, with any other character, it's like, oh yeah, why would they be looking for X character at this point? With Enoch, it would make sense. You could literally give any reason. It's like, yeah, okay, go look for them. Roll X check to see if you can find them.
Now, whether you trust his -2 to oh wait, no, has he not have an Oh, that's right, I have proficiency in investigation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have proficiency in that.
I'm like, how do I not have a -2 in it? But I just have a flat 0, so y'all are in luck.
Yay!
It'll be a +1.
With enough wild magic surges from the amount of blesses I have to give myself to find y'all, who knows what'll happen?
Who
Queen
knows?
believes in you.
Just know that if this goes south, I've done everything except roll Creed's stats, and he has a 16 armor class, so he's gonna be our tank if I have to bring him in.
If you have to bring him in.
As we all know, if I have to bring in my next character, his stats have already been rolled, and it made Rune kind of want to cry.
Oh god, I remember now. You're...
I'm gonna wait until Bora dies, or otherwise does not want to continue.
Alright. So, Henna, you are a statue at the bottom of the stairs. Good to
Oh, wait,
know.
that's the stairs right there?
Yeah,
Like,
to your
I
left.
thought it went...
Yeah.
I thought it, like, went down, like, hold on. Where's my ruler thing? I thought it went down, like, that way.
No,
That's
that
what
you're the bottom of the
Okay,
stairs are right next to where you are, and
Okay,
I'm
no,
like,
I don't
huh,
wanna be right
ballsy
there.
spot being right in front of them, whoever may come down.
Yeah, no, I thought they went the other way. That's why I went over there. No.
Here are
Yeah.
the stairs. You're welcome.
Okay. I'm gonna move over here
Beautiful
then.
stairs.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna say that the statue that got broken is like over here.
That's wherever next to Orin is.
I'm like 2 statues down from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, everyone pin yourself. What?
Look, mine was a contribution to find the stairs. That was just a thing.
Please. Yeah, okay, thank you for deleting whoever that was. Alright. So yeah, as you guys are pretending to be in statue form, what's it called? You hear footsteps coming closer and closer further down the steps. As what languages does everyone speak here?
Probably nothing useful on my end.
Common, Celestial, and Elvish are the most common, and then Primordial, I think, is the next most common.
And I have halfling.
Common, Elvish, Primordial.
Leah?
Celestial, Common, Deep Speech, Primordial.
Leah?
Celestial, Common, Elvish, Primordial, and then Undercommon.
Okay.
Same minus Undercommon.
None of you know this language, fools.
There's
Thanks,
Enoch
Ren.
there.
Thanks, Rune.
I mean, it's not my fault that you guys haven't learned every single language between you, and you guys have doubled up in certain cases for the meme of just being able to talk to each other in random languages and keep Hannah out of it.
I'm pretty sure this was never coordinated. It
Oh,
just
I
turned
know.
out that
And
way.
harass Leah. And harass Leah about the Celestial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was definitely coordinated, that fucking Kyler with new Celestial. That's 1000% coordinated.
Okay, that had to be coordinated. That's not like everything else, but that is coordinated.
Actually, more, believe it or not, I took Celestial because I usually always take Abyssal or Infernal.
And
Decided to check it out, but I went
apparently,
with Celestial.
Nuz always takes Celestial, except this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed.
Goddamn coward.
And what's really funny about that for me is we are always literally the opposite of each other. And for the entire time, the halfling has always been our parents' little angel, and I was always the little devil. In
Okay.
actuality, I'm the nice one.
As you
Really?
say,
Would
you are the
guess?
non-violent one.
I am 5'3". I'm very violent.
The shorter you are, the more rage you are filled with.
No, the shorter you are, the closer you are to hell.
Jesus Christ. You don't deserve to live off both of yourselves.
I'm just surprised y'all said that at the same time through Discord.
Yeah, that's what scares me. Y'all need to die.
This is how I became a sibling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is literally just... This is just hard sibling mentality right here.
Even if you're not genetically related to us, we accept you.
You
as
are
a
now
sibling
100% claimed.
Like, that alone solidifies just pure sibling. I know what the other one's thinking. That was almost like twin mentality.
We are like almost the same age.
I feel it's too late to mention that I was thinking it, I just didn't say it. But I'm gonna say it anyway.
I was thinking and said nothing.
No, that's
You
the best
know me
part.
and
I was
halfling in
also
person.
thinking it. I was also thinking it, but that's because I know you were going to say it. It's like, okay, I'll let him say it, and then
God, it would have been more horrifying if you jumped in at the same time saying it perfect sync of just everyone saying it's like, no, because the shorter you are, the closer you are to hell. It's just like, whoa, what the hell?
I'm pretty sure we would have cut the session and just had a seance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have been like, okay, and D&D's over for tonight, you creepy, creepy weirdos.
That's just the start.
Two of us have broken Rune. And if it had been all of us working together in tandem, we would have broken him further.
If you all did it at the same time, I would have just said fuck it and just immediately exited Discord, roll 20, and just called it a night and just gone to sleep. I am not about that cursed shit right now.
No, that's the point where he's sleeping and he hears us throughout the entirety of the night as a singular voice just saying, the shorter you are, the closer you are to hell.
The shorter you are, the closer you are to hell.
The
No.
shorter you are, the closer you are to hell.
You know, weirdly enough, most of my nightmares consist of just Nico Nico Ni and just like a deep voice.
Are you being serious?
Not really, but it would be funny.
Oh.
See, you said that and my brain just started to go.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Sure, you have
I
like
recommend
minutes.
walking. It's not a far enough distance to run.
Shut up!
Oh, this company is such a mess.
You know it's fun.
Oh, I didn't say it wasn't fun.
It is just not like you guys walked in here like we are going to ruin these people's lives. It's like, I mean, yeah, that's sort of your MO.
Indeed.
Hey, Enoch's made quite the haul so far, so I don't know what everyone else is complaining about.
We aren't complaining. Who's
Yeah.
anything about complaining? We're having a great time.
As you guys hear these voices,
Actually complaining a little bit.
as you hear these voices, Speaking this language none of you understand. Eventually, coming down the steps, you see one of the maids from the temple. Speaking this strange language, and turning towards another individual who seems to be coming down the steps as well. And give me a sec. And as they come down the steps, you see that it is the silver-haired gentleman who greeted you all at the door. At least for those of you who have dark vision. Again, also Kyler
Or
can't
underwater.
see. Yeah, or underwater. Kyler, you also don't see this, so it's only just Leah and Henna and Oren.
Okay. Why did I hear you were complaining?
Because you're a whiny little brat.
I am?
Clearly.
I am? That's sad.
Rude.
Rude.
Oh my god, rude.
Rude is bad. It sounds like a you.
Hello?
Like, oh my god.
Alright. Dr. Disrespect. God, it is just a snail's pace that I'm working with. But yeah, you see the maid and the silver-haired gentleman with the black gloves who led you into the temple. Then followed by what looks to be a very beautiful German shepherd.
Germany exists in this world, confirmed.
Sorry, a very beautiful Gastrovician shepherd.
I just heard gastro.
Gastrointestinal shepherd.
Gastrovician shepherd. God, I hate everything.
I mean, I've heard of flesh etronauts, but building your own dog takes necromancy to a new level.
Orange eyes are on the dog.
Suddenly, we are in Resident Evil.
Yep. So, along with them, yeah, like I said, the Gastrovician shepherd and big floof dog, and finally, a wood elven woman with bright ginger hair.
I swear if her name is Scat Hacker Afa, I'm going to throw something at you.
Excuse the hell out of me?
If her name is Skaha or Aha, he's gonna something.
Aha.
Gah,
I will give you a pass because they are Celtic names.
That was
Scatak
poor
or
pronunciation.
Afa.
Skatak?
Scatak
Okay.
or Afa.
Ava,
Okay.
Sound like
I'm
that's
still
their
not
name.
really hearing the first one, so I'm just not gonna say it.
Remember what I named my dark god character, Skoth?
No.
Well, his name is Skoth, and that's the female version that he's saying there, based off the actual goddess.
Okay.
Who is usually depicted as a flaming ginger. Same for her twin sister, who is considered to be the mother of witches.
Excellent.
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 Don't forget about me, your egg's husband.
Christ.
Eggs Benedict.
I choose death.
Enoch's skin is tangling.
You Benedict Arnold Tom Rider with a bunch of turncoats.
Eggs Benedict is actually really good.
Never tried it.
It's delicious.
I prefer fried.
I prefer scrambled. Because I am
I prefer
basic.
Fried
the
eggs.
hollandaise sauce more than the egg itself.
What is hollandaise sauce?
Fried.
An emulsion
Work of
of
Satan.
egg yolk, butter, and lemon juice.
Basically a
Work of
bit
Satan.
mayonnaise.
How dare.
All mayonnaise is the work of Satan. So, therefore, hollandaise is the work of Satan.
My god. The void mayonnaise, it makes all the sense now. Yeah.
Does anybody want to eat some of the forbidden cheese?
Forbidden cheese.
The forbidden cheese.
The forbidden
No.
fromage? Is it Gouda?
Blue cheese?
Just say no.
What kind?
Nani?
1 second.
Is this a cursed foods?
I'm gonna guess it is. Just from the maniac giggling.
All the manicness. All the mania.
I just want to point out the butler just busted through the window into the basement. so-
Exactly. All you guys heard was X go and give it to you before somehow a basement window appeared out of nowhere and the butler dived through it.
No. I want to
It wasn't a
imagine he
window,
did
he
like
just
a swan
kicked it
dive
through.
through the window and then through the floor into the just crashes
Forbidden
through the
cheese.
ceiling to
I
reach.
can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe, Harry.
Wow, that looks like it's gonna be quite the event for y'all down there.
Oh, the oldest cheese.
I hope you start wondering where Henna is pretty soon, Enoch.
Henna is about to be turned into the forbidden cheese.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. The question is, if I leave, does this other person leave, and is she just as big a part? Am I helping or hurting by keeping her there?
The answer is maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. And even then, I don't know. I feel like Enoch at least needs a few hours before he really starts wondering, or he needs a solid reason, like needs to show or ask or something, which he can quickly come up with.
Feels the breeze. It smells like roses. My god, my queen.
Then again, I am drinking a rather nice egg wine.
You
The
are.
queen may enjoy that.
Yeah,
We should
she
go
might.
there.
It's like the egg wine you pulled out of randomness of your bag.
Henna, do you drink the egg wine?
I fucking did.
Do you drink the second egg wine?
I don't know. I mean, if we somehow get saved by Enoch, I just might.
I mean, to be fair, this egg wine isn't Enoch's egg wine. They
True.
just threw together fake egg wine.
So, what do you guys call a
To
horse?
clarify, you eat another egg.
Yeah. So, I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you guys a serious question.
Okay.
Good luck.
What do you call a horse made out of grapes? Sorry, a horse made out of yolks.
Whiny? Oh.
What?
Horse made out of yolk.
Yeah.
First of all, that's so far off grape. I just want to point that out there. That there's no clear connection between grapes and eggs in that scenario, so I'm very curious where you got grapes.
Roundish?
A Yorkshire? I don't know.
No, that's a dog. No, it's an egg wine.
An egg
A
run?
what?
An egg wine.
Oh, like equine.
Oh.
That would be eggwine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that therein lies the connection where my brain messed up the egg and the grape part because I was gonna say eggs, but my brain auto-corrected to grapes because I was thinking of the wine part.
Egg wine.
Rune, let me show you how you improvise a good egg joke. What do you call it when Humpty Dumpty starts doing a play about horses?
Dead?
It's egg quiz.
Eh.
It's egg.
Oh.
It's just egg.
Everything is egg.
twist.
I still couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
But yeah, as they get down here, they're like, you hear the Wood Elven woman say, "Now where are these people? Who came down here?" I look around, see if there's any stowaways, and keep a fair distance from that one. She seems to be asleep for now.
You could remedy this whole situation by just looking at them for a moment.
Right?
Now hold on here. There seems to be a power imbalance that they have to worry about. Maybe she needs to be in there for a reason. She just hasn't been smart enough to think about the solution.
You'll have to figure that out. Maybe there is a power imbalance. Maybe there's not. You have to learn. Like you're just like, no, wait a minute. Why aren't we just ending this now?
Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't I think of this before? It just opens my eyes and looks at them.
Opens her eyes, ends everything. Oh look, we did it! Yatta! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No experience gained.
That's how most of our encounters go, isn't it? Something random
Yes.
happens, solves it. We
Yeah,
just go our way.
I was gonna say there's no real like learning of anything. It's just like, oh look, we did this. Oh look, it resolved itself. But yeah,
There was also that time Enoch made a Yeti skin its head, scalp its head.
yeah, the
It's not
ogre.
a Yeti.
Sorry, the troll. But yeah,
I don't remember.
at this point, you guys see all of them just sort of walking about, and the dog starts getting uncomfortably close to you, Leah.
Fuck. Can I do? Fuck. Can I
Sorry, that's
do
bestiality. You can't do that.
funny? Can I do a prestidigitation action, making a sound? Or like, ooh, it's a dog, right?
Yeah.
And dogs in every universe like meat, like the smell of meat and stuff.
Likely.
Okay, can I do like a faint smell of like, I don't know, whatever the fuck is the equivalent of bacon in this world?
You
and
mean
do
bacon?
it-
Bacon.
What? What's the equivalent of bacon? Bacon?
Okay, if that's what it is, if there's pigs in this world, sure.
I mean, yes, there are actual livestock farm animals. It's not that over the top.
Okay.
Unless one of you
Now
wishes
you're
pigs out of
now,
existence.
Are they German pigs? This is something we need to
You're right.
Or maybe Irish pigs.
I'm gonna murder every single one of you, and I may get the chance to do it. You're just adding fuel. You're just adding fuel towards my resentment.
We love you,
We
Rude.
love you.
You say that now as you're in a room full of possible enemies.
Yeah, so can I cast that prestidigitation spell right here, where it's like on the top of the stairs, or like wherever's in range? It's a dog, so I'm assuming it has strong smell.
Sure.
So like at the top of the stairs.
What is the requirements for prestidigitation?
You're gonna ask me to speak, aren't you? Hold on, it's verbal and somatic.
Oh look, you have to say it out loud. The words.
And make a gesture.
And make a gesture. Ah yes, I am a moving stone statue that casts the singular spell of creating meat.
I mean, is the dog the only one looking at me?
As far as you know, yes.
Wait. Okay, wait. I
Wait.
cast. I will take her idea and cast it using subtle magic.
Subtle spell, okay. But Leah's also doing this, so you guys are both doing this anyways. Leah doesn't... You guys aren't communicating about this.
Well, she can't do it, so
She can.
Yeah, if
she gives herself away. So
I mean, that's her decision on whether she wants to do it or not, but yeah.
Yeah, I think because it is verbal, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'd probably just wait because it's a dog, so I don't want to hurt it, so I'll wait.
All right. You cast prestidigitation. Roll me a persuasion check. Orin.
persuasion. Come on, +6. 18.
Okay. You hear the dog bark and start making its way up the stairs momentarily.
Hell?
What happened?
Good dog.
That's just an odd switch to the lair, I guess.
Yeah.
We're back in the cathedral and the forest is gone.
The forest is gone.
The forest is dead. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Enoch.
I can see the outline of everywhere that we have been and light has shown, but there is no map.
Yeah.
Weird, I'm seeing the map for myself.
Oh, wait, I can see a tree branch.
A singular branch.
Not exactly sure if it's something you dragged or something, Rune, but it is weird.
I'm sure
I
it's
don't
no.
know on a legitimate level. Like, I didn't do anything weirder than I normally do, and it just sort of everything went pale for me.
Maybe try moving the dog back to where it was. See if that fixes it.
There's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen right now. This is what we see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's very weird. I guess all of us maybe just have to refresh the page. We'll try that
I
and see.
already tried. And I think this is something on your end. So this is
I
just
am
happening.
trying to think about what it could be.
I'm not saying it's your fault.
No,
it's
no,
just
I know
something
that.
on your end.
I understand that. I'm just trying to figure out what the technical error was.
Well, if this king manages to stay in the final cut for this scene, guys, Rune fucked up the map.
It just deletes that part of the audio.
He goes and picks out at one point where you say Kyler and just like superimposes it over where you say Rune.
If there's nothing you think is like super secret on this map that we haven't already seen, you might take off the dynamic lighting and see if that.
Maybe. I mean, you guys.
Dynamic lighting still works. It's just gray.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, like, at this point, I may as well, because it's really like you guys have found the more, I guess, parts of the map that I was expecting you to deal with at a later point.
Yeah, we
Doc
did
has
kind of just
seen
muffle
the
through it.
tower and they've seen that.
Like, it's an open area, so it's not as if it was very linear, but still, yeah, it was one of those things where... Okay, I'm gonna have to probably turn off dynamic lighting, and we'll work from there.
It's a bunch of ADHD nightmares
Yeah.
on a map and told us we had free reign. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah, okay, so...
Bunch of ADHD nightmares, whatever the hell you want to describe Kyler and his malicious psychic attacks as.
Congratulations, you guys are now experiencing sleep paralysis demon on on a D&D board form. Dynamic lighting, turn off once you actually load.
Unrelated note, Halfling, it does seem and smell like the food should almost be ready.
Save settings. I think this is the D&D game where we had the most technical errors.
There it goes. If you refresh the page, it should be fine.
It just popped back to normal for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think for some reason the freaking dynamic lighting became nightmarish.
there's anything you want to hide, then I'd go ahead and hide them.
At this point, I don't know. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you onto a blank page, and we are going to just play Theater of the Mind, and as we figure out what exactly you guys do and how this sets up for next week, because we may have to end just a wee bit early, for the sake of A, sanity, and B, my computer not literally exploding in my face. Actually, I'll just take you back to the map page. But yeah, so as the dog goes up the stairs, it just sort of barks deeply, like weirdly deeply.
Oh, good.
Oh.
It almost feels like it's reverberating the air around it, and
That's concerning.
and you see the like wood elven woman just sort of jump out of the way, like a little caught off guard, and seeing it run towards the stairs and say, "What, you little bastard!" and just sort of moves out of the way and just says, "Useless little mutt." I was gone for 1 week, and you motherfuckers, I have Sauron this thing to hell and back.
They will also make landfall soon.
But yeah,
We're right now in like the Zabari woods or something, right?
yes, you are down south. Zabora Woods. I'll actually move your token to...
Something mountain.
This is the nom that never ends.
There. That's where you are, if you can see the token.
Oh, okay.
You essentially just, through shenanigans, skip through half of the kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
For now, until you go back. Or you choose not to go back and continue from where you are.
We do have to go get our cart.
Yep. Well, you don't have
Gotta
to,
retrieve
but...
our horses at some point.
yeah. It's ideal to go retrieve your horses. It's not mandatory.
We don't have to worry about them dying. At least.
Well, one of them. Hey, at least you don't have to worry about one of the other one dying via soul.
Even if
Yeah,
they kill one soul, they kill another.
Yeah. So, the dog goes up and just barking like incessantly, and the others are looking around. One of them is closing up near you, Orin. The butler. Or sorry, not the butler, the maid.
Just try and stay still.
Roll me a constitution check to stay still. Or stealth, whichever one is better.
No, I think I'll take that 18 in Constitution.
Alright. You unmove. You are the champion of freeze tag within your village.
Hey, fitting for a snow mage.
Now you know why all those kids would play freeze tag with you and never come unfreeze you.
Yeah.
You're too good at it.
Yeah. It was training for this moment.
I have a really quick Enoch question. How is his conversation going with the other person?
Oh, with Morgana, it's going very well. But though I don't know how Enoch sees it, because his version of reality is something else entirely.
So long as it's a friendly conversation, he's having a great time, I think.
Oh, it's very friendly. She seems very interested in your drawings and complimenting them a lot.
I think at some point, Enoch likes this person so much, he's going to give her a little bit of extra luck to get through her day.
What do you mean?
He's gonna give her a nice old bless, telling her that he wishes to give her a better future for the day.
Alright, roll me the d20 for Wild Magic Surge.
Oh no, I used my Tides of Chaos earlier.
You did. Alright. Roll his D100. See what happens. Just her? Are you blessing just her, yourself, some of the other patrons in range?
I'll bless the closest people next to her just because he's in such a good mood.
Good. So there's multiple fatalities. Alright.
I'll either be detrimenting us further or doing nothing or providing a great distraction. We're gonna see which it is.
Seems that way. So,
This has been a lovely chat. I hope that everyone here has a great day. He, like, claps his hands in the air as he does the bless.
everybody clap your hands. Just waiting for the results. They keep clapping.
58, 2, Sound. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. 58, 62, and then we'll see about what I turn into. It's gonna be pretty normal.
We've seen race 1 before.
I think we have.
Maybe.
Oh my god!
What happens?
What?
Explain.
My god, I'm so glad I didn't use this one on myself.
What happened?
Target will die unless he spends 100 gold pieces each day.
What the fuck? Magnus. Well, congratulations. You know that no matter what, you've killed Morgana in the long run.
Whoever's closest, it was just, they should have had their futures told. That's all I say.
You know what's funny is the people that are around are one of the maids, Morgana, the dwarf, the gnome,
He's still
and
in this bar. Just a question.
Huh?
The dwarf and the gnome.
Yeah, they're still in here, but they're shaking and like avoiding you and talking to each other.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it means no difference to me. But
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
know.
just asking for their sake if they would have stuck around with Enoch still here after all that.
They are, and they're talking amongst themselves and staring at you, unfortunately for them. And along with that, there's also...
You can only bless 3 people. So
Yeah.
Morgana and the 2 closest.
Okay, fair enough. Then, yeah. Well, you've basically cast this on Morgana, a noble, and a noble engineer.
As he does it, Morgana will just see as, like, a nice, pleasant feeling washes over, I guess. Maybe a tinge of something unpleasant if you want to go that route. Or
I
if
mean,
you
that-
want it to
that's-
just be mysterious.
That is solely up to you, depending on how you feel Enoch's magic would, like, feel to other people, like his bless would feel.
I mean, I imagine his bless feels, pleasant. It's giving you kind of a good vibe going for the next hour.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. And he turns into a adult dragonborn with his kind of rainbow scaly skins going on.
Yeah. As she does, she's like, oh, that's Huh.
The most subdued reaction we've ever seen to Enoch.
No, not even that. It's just like she's like it was like, oh yes, that was nice. Then she finally sees the dragonborn in front of her, and she's like,
There you go. Should have been a little bit more lucky.
could you kindly explain how that happened?
What happened?
You are now a dragonborn where you were previously an orc. A young dragonborn, or at least younger than you were at death's door.
What do you mean? I'm an Enoch.
It's just
Looks into your eyes, looks into your soul. It appears you are. Back with the others, and somehow the reverse situation where they're not the ones torturing the people they're with. The individual in front of Orin just sort of waves their hand in front of his face, but he's still unblinking, unmoving, freezing. He's like freeze tag, freeze tag, freeze tag, and in his head, and then the butler comes over closer towards you, Henna.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I am also going to attempt to be as good at this game as Orin is.
Okay, let's see if Henna played freeze tag. Roll me a Constitution check, or
We've already established she didn't climb trees, so.
yeah.
Oh wait, no, that was Leah. Wait, is this Henna?
Yeah, no, Leah had no fun in childhood.
He was pretty adamant about not playing tag when Enoch wanted to.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Am I rolling?
But yeah, roll me a Constitution check or a stealth check of your choice, Leah. Henna, God help me.
Mm. I'll
No,
go with
there is no god here,
stealth.
except for you.
Oh.
Sorry,
Unfortunate.
but you're the only god here.
All right, I need to make a quick roll.
I'm scared.
Roll the kill god.
You guys take me out in a fit of madness.
Sounds appropriate.
Sounds about right.
Someone has a 5 if they need it.
You know what? That's true. Leah does have a 5 on hand.
No, that's my thing. I was about to say, like, if they roll higher than this 12, then they get a 5.
Aha! It seems they have.
Oh dear.
It seems Leah's eyes go black and suddenly they don't.
No, I'm joking. They rolled a 2.
Okay.
Damn. Butler is the blindest man.
Yeah. The butler just looks over you, Henna, and just says, "Ugh, this one's repulsive." And then just walks away.
Is what? Excuse me?
Do you actually say that?
No. Gosh, no.
Okay, good.
Henna's just saying that in her head with blinding fury.
Oh yeah. Offense has been taken. That butler will die before we leave this place.
Enoch will bless this man before.
Before we
we need to change Enoch's bless to death sentence.
You know, it's only happened once, but if it happens multiple times, the spell just changes to death sentence, to execution.
Enoch, it seems to be about a 50-50 as to whether that bless is actually helpful or not.
Yeah, fair enough.
So far.
It's either bless or bane, depending on the situation. Alright. The butler walks away and says, "We're almost done here." And the Wood Elven woman just looks around and starts looking in towards the pool. After roll a perception check, I need Bora and Kyler and Azazel to roll a stealth check.
Oh, what?
One moment, please.
Stealth check.
All of you, please roll higher than a 5.
Well, there you go.
Or is
Thank
it
you.
I'm not even fully in the
Nora
water.
just is water. That's it.
That's the fun part. She has her her eyes barely poking out. She's just the right shade of blue.
She's just the right shade of blue.
So in this
Watch
moment,
Kyler get the low one.
in this moment, Azazel became a water genasi.
I guess you rolling that 20.
Yeah. He is but water, so is Bora. Kyla,
It's just-
will you
she's
fail to be more
capable
water
of
than
getting
the
people-
air genasis?
She's still got her eyes above water. She's just the perfect shade of blue to blend in.
She's just crocodiling. Azazel's just like at the very bottom, just laying down, just holding his breath.
Basil starfishing.
And you said stealth, right?
Yeah.
All of you.
Whoop! As the genasi blend into the water, as they become one with water, the water genasi and the air genasis, all of them perfectly hues of blue to match this reflective water.
I would have to morph because Kyler has fair complexion.
Alright, I have to... God, I just have to roll, like... Fucking check just to see on the off chance.
I doubt.
I do as
I
well.
doubt
It's
because
weird.
Leah can still sit there and be like, nah.
Alright, Leah, would you like to know the roll? Or would you like to use one of your rolls?
Did you get a fucking nat 20, Rune?
Your choice.
I don't like that you did this. What'd you say? Azazel got a nat 20, Kyler got a 20.
And Bora got a 23.
Okay, so quick question. Even if they get a nat 20, would they still be able to see since that's also... Oh, do they have pluses to their shit?
Azazel does.
Presumably.
Azazel technically rolled, I think, a 27.
And Kyler only
He's got
rolled...
one stealth point higher than me?
What was that?
He's got one stealth point higher than me?
I'm trying
It's
to...
a higher level.
Let me double check. I think it might be like higher if I'm wrong, because I'm not actually on his sheet. I'm just going off of memory what his stealth is.
If he's a higher level, he has a +3 to his proficiency, so he would probably get that.
Well, you guys have plus... Yeah, oh wait, no you don't. And let me just double check.
Am I
What do y'all think? Do you think based on Rune's cues that I should use this 5?
I just asked, do you want to use it? I never said if it was useful or not, or if it was required or not.
They would most likely have to have rolled 18 or higher to be able to see Kyler.
Yeah,
Or a nat 20 to see everyone.
So it's just... Well, Leah doesn't care about Kyler, so I think that they'd have to roll a nat 20. So I'm not going to use it.
Okay. Smart move, because you rolled one, because that would have been one higher than what they rolled. Rolled a 4.
Nice.
Y'all are some lucky motherfuckers, I'm not gonna lie.
We have the power of Thulu on our side.
Oh, sorry,
What do you expect?
Azazel rolled a 35 for his stealth.
What the
I'm
fuck?
sorry, what? Damn.
How?
He has
That
a
means he has
+15.
proficiency.
Interesting. He has expertise in that case.
And he also has to be over level 10.
Well, duh.
But yeah.
Either way, doesn't really matter.
So yeah, he literally, you none of you could see him. Like, even Bora, you just look down for a moment, just like trying to make sure where Kyler and thing is. You can't really, you can sort of like see the vague outline of where Kyler might be. You just can't see Azazel. You look around, he's just gone.
It's just like, okay, well, both us air Ganassis are suddenly water Ganassis. We
Yeah.
are water.
I just want to imagine Azazel's like behind one of them in a ghillie suit, like a blue ghillie suit, and he has a combat knife, just pointing, and he's just looking at Bora, just like shh.
They're Avatar Ganassi.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no,
Active Genasi. That'd be kind of
yeah. All right, they look around in this, and the God, the Wood Elven woman says, "It doesn't look like there's anyone here. If I can move out, we'll have to look around the premises, see if there's anybody that caused this or caused what happened to the statue." As they all start walking away, as you hear footsteps go further and further. That's where we'll end the session, with you guys barely escaping a possible combat encounter through bullshit luck.
Yay!
Yes, let me roll perception 2, or let me roll perception 4. Let me roll stealth natural 20.
I love
Mine
that
was a
in
natural
session.
19.
Yeah, yours was a natural 19, and Bora's was like a 17. It's just like, or not even that, like yeah, like 17. So it's
It's
just
17.
yeah, 17. So it's just like, wow. Okay, so the Genasi are on point and very stealthy. The other 3 above the water were not stealthy, but were stealthy enough to avoid the blind people. And apparently the butler just was repulsed by Henna to the point that they didn't even want to check.
Yeah, he's gonna die for that. There's no two ways about it.
Henna just in her
Not
mind.
right now.
Henna just in
Alright,
her
okay,
mind is
guys.
writing in her black book, Butler at the top.
Yes.
I just want to point out that
Bold letters.
in this session,
are we
the
the
whole
bad guys?
party
No,
went
we're
out and
not.
got information while Enoch inadvertently killed 3 people and made 150 gold.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The entire party also has thoroughly traumatized people.
Uh-huh.
God.